It's been 70 days since we all got locked up into our own houses and refused to come out, and people knocking on your door for cell phones. Hello, everyone.
Jesus Christ.
Has
Hello,
it
everyone.
has it really been 90 days? Are you counting?
70, 70,
Okay.
70. If it was 90 days, I think we'll all be clawing the wall. All
I'm
of us.
pretty close to it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you live in the desert, so you can actually eat sand.
I mean, I could. It's not recommended.
I
At
wouldn't
least my
eat that
doctor says
sand.
I shouldn't.
I mean, I could eat sand too, but I don't know where that sand's been.
And I do. It's because it's desert sand doesn't make it safer.
I mean, it's sand out there. I mean, I hate the beach. I hate walking on it. I hate being on it. I've been to the beach once.
I love the beach, man.
You would. You and your
Although
little
I'm surrounded by like dirt and dry air all the time. So anytime I go
and
to the beach, it's
sand.
like a luxury. Yeah.
I live a block from the beach, a block, and I
So that's
went.
awesome.
I went once, during the air show. I went and, dipped my little toe in the water, and that was it. And I said, cold, and then ran back.
Did you try
And
going when it's not cold?
no, no, but it was an experience to go cold, and then bought ice cream and was fun.
I see. There you go.
It was, and then I had to go straight to work, and that was not fun.
No, that sucks.
Can we jump? Okay, so that's Rick. He's here to tell us all about funness, and Wasabi's here as well for your Skyrim nude mods. His rates are very cheap.
Skyrim nude mods. I know the hotness. Hit me up.
Yes, hit him up. Hit him up if you
What's your
want that.
favorite nude mod right now?
My favorite nude mod has to be Schlongs of Skyrim.
I was fucking joking. Is that a thing?
That's amazing. I want this.
Oh god, I feel like I'm gonna regret googling this.
You're going to regret it.
Hey, you ask and I tell, okay?
Is it big ass black dicks just swooshing around, and then they
Oh, it's
they
dicks
get
of all sizes, shapes, and colors. You can get horse dicks.
Oh shit, look at that.
Sounds amazing.
And Cyberpunk thinks they're all impressive with their customizable dicks. Look at that.
Yeah, I know. You can get female futa dicks.
Oh no.
Some people are into that.
I was joking when I said that. I didn't know like you're actually gonna give me a recommendation. That is hilarious.
Well, if you're going to ask, of course we're going to deliver.
Yeah.
We're like Domino's like that.
All right, and now that that's in my search history. Oh God. Jesus Christ. So other than like Skyrim sex mods, what's everybody been playing?
I've been playing the Wonderful 101 remastered on PC before it even came out, and it's out today, but I've been playing it.
Yeah, who did you steal it from?
Yeah, this girl, she runs a lot, and she's like, here. I'm like, cool, sounds good.
Is that really the end of the story? I want to know where you're getting this game early.
Yeah, there's this girl. She runs a lot. She's on the boardwalk every month. She said, "Hey, I got something for you." She's like, "Can you come up here at 7 in the morning?" I'm like, "Sure." I'm masked up and all that stuff, and I sat there, and here comes this figure in tights, comes up to me and go, "Hey, how are you?" I'm like, "I'm good. I got you this code." And I'm like, "What is it?" It's Wonderful 101. I'm like, "Really? But you can't play until 11 a.m. I'm like, okay, whatever, girly. And then off she goes. I'm like, well, thanks, weirdo. Game's out now, everyone.
Interesting.
I know that was a bit, but with how interesting your life is, I couldn't tell if it was or not. I'm still kind of hesitant. Like maybe this isn't a bit. The stories you've told me.
That fit people that just run on the boardwalk, give video games at 9 in the morning for Steam codes.
Stuff, man.
Yeah.
People go like, wow, Lake City's way more crazier than I thought. I want to move there. Crazy ladies.
Or are you, Sab? What you been playing? Other than DJ Max?
Nothing. I played a little. I
Really?
loaded up a bit. I loaded up a little bit of Phantasy Star Online 2, the JP one, uh,
Oh,
just to get one last look at my character
the
before
Windows
it
10 launch.
happens. Yeah. So
So once they release it in North America, are they like locking the Japanese servers?
no, probably
No.
not. Probably not. But
Is how far behind are the American servers?
they're not far behind. I mean, it looks from what I've seen. I've only seen what you played of it, and it looks like everything was there. Aside from there's 3 new classes.
I didn't play a lot of it.
There's 3 new classes they added: the hero, phantom, and étoile. It's like French for star. Um, those classes aren't in the American release yet. Or hero might be, but I don't think phantom might be too. But I don't think the star class is yet. So
Interesting.
it's pretty updated from the looks of it. But so
Apparently, it's set to come out late May 2020. So we should see it in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
next week
that
to be
game.
exact,
Oh yeah.
27th. Yeah, they announced the date today.
Oof. Nice. You've been
So
talking this up for as long as I've known you, so it'll be fun to try out now.
I like it. You know, I put a lot of time and a lot of money into that Japanese version. So
A lot of time, a lot of
sad,
money.
sad to part ways with it, but it's on to bigger and better. Here's what I'm wondering: is I don't know how long this is gonna last. You know, that game is already like 6, 7, 8 years old.
It will last.
But unless they're doing like a major overhaul at some point, I just don't see it really having much legs.
I mean,
Unless
WoW's
people
been
really,
around for a while. They just
Don't,
update it with a new expansion every couple of
don't
years.
yeah, but
worry.
WoW's at least had like complete facelifts and overhauls and revamps to the entire systems and shit like that over
Yeah,
its
I hear what you
years.
mean.
PSO2, I mean, it has had like updates, but not anything significant.
Nothing major. Yeah.
Yeah,
That game is still that game. You want that game is that game.
like the systems are very archaic. The menuing, especially, is like bad.
Oh, that's not a good thing to hear.
the story. I was actually talking about this with some friends before, like, because they were really into the story, and I'm like, the story might be good, it might be good, but I just don't want to engage with it because the way it's presented is fucking stupid. Like,
What do you mean?
so the way the story works is you select story options, you select the new segments of story from a menu,
Yes.
and then it just jumps you into wherever that may be.
Wherever that may be.
So it's like, okay, I select this option. Okay, now I'm in the fucking cave in this volcano, and then that finishes, and then you select the next one, and it's like, oh, now I'm in the shop on this area. It's like they're so segmented, it doesn't really make sense. They're not connected in
see.
any way.
I see. It's separate from like the game.
Yeah,
No,
and they could integrate it because it all happens in actual locations in the game, but it's not like you go to those locations and shit happens. It's you select it from a menu, your character is teleported to a random spot, and then random characters show up, and then stuff happens, and then everything disappears and goes away once you finish. It's like
he's not wrong. And there's a cutscene that lasts 15 minutes every time you kill something. 15-minute cutscene.
That sounds awful. That straight up does not sound like a good time.
So like I've skipped every single cutscene in the game. It lets you skip them. I've skipped every single one, and I still have not finished the story.
See?
So like if I sat there and watched it all, I don't know, like the shit is just long, man. It's long. There's a lot of story in there, but
Did I tell you all this is optional?
yeah, like you don't have to do it. It just you have to select it from the menu.
All right. Well, that doesn't sound too bad then. I'll probably end up
All
skipping the
this
story.
is optional.
I'll probably end up skipping the story. Might read
But
some of the lore stuff.
You want to do it because it gives you. You want to do it because it gives you items that you're gonna want. So
that doesn't sound too optional then.
Yeah. I mean, it's not items you need, but it's items you want though. So like I just do it and just skip everything so I can get the items and then
But you're playing in Japanese, and it doesn't have that weird Aussie dude that comes in and goes like, "Oi, mate, how'd you kill that thing, mate?
yeah.
Oi, I can't believe you did that, mate." It's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Oi, that
Jesus.
scared the shit out of me, mate. How do you feel about this? I'm like, I don't.
So I've been meaning to talk about this for a while now. I finally beat Doom Eternal last night,
Dude.
and I
Nice.
loved it. I loved it.
You love the
That
end?
last boss was hard as shit. I'm not gonna lie.
That boss was long as fuck.
He gave
Hard
me
as
a
shit,
really
long
hard
as fuck.
time until I
Yes.
realized like explosive weapons work really well on him. So like the rocket launcher machine gun, like the little micro missile
Or
launcher on the machine
the
gun, and the rocket launcher both work very well on him.
the sticky grenades.
The sticky
That's right.
grenades, they're fine, but it was
Yeah.
too long between shots for it to do enough DPS. Like every individual grenade did some decent damage, but it took so long between shots that the micro missiles and the rocket launcher were better options for me. And once I realized that, because he killed me a shit ton of times, it takes forever to beat him, and I kept getting wiped out before I can finish him off. And when I figured that out, it was really easy once I figured that out. And it was a piece of cake after that. But building up to it, god damn, man, I memorized that whole area. I memorized where enemies were spawning. It was like a religious experience. I just knew what was going to happen before it happened. By the time I finally figured out how to beat him, it was amazing. It's so good, though. I want to go back to it. I really, really like Doom Eternal.
Well, guess what? You'll have your chance to go back to it. Update 1's available now.
Yep. And it dropped like as I was beating the game, so I got to see some of it with the with those weird like demons that kill. Like if a demon kills someone in your party in your friend list, you have a chance to kill that demon, and they drop extra resources and extra loot and stuff. So I got to play with that a little bit, but other than that, I didn't really get to play with a lot of the updates. But it's a fun game. I love Doom Eternal, and despite some of the controversies that we'll talk about later, I still think it's a great game.
Controversies. What controversies? That game is great. Oh, that one. Yes.
Yeah, we'll get into that one later, but
There's so many. We
even
got
with the issues, I still recommend, like, if you can get it, pick up Doom Eternal. It's a lot of fun. I really, really love it.
We got so many controversies these days.
Yeah, we do. No, Doom Eternal's great. Have you guys beaten it yet? I know you did, Raven, but did you beat it, Simon?
No.
No, why not?
It's I don't know. It's a game that I gotta like be in the mood in, man. Like I pick it up, I play one mission, and then I kind of just like the missions are so long.
Out.
Yeah, the missions are so long. I'm kind of good for like one mission, and then I'm done.
That game beats the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
And if you're not into that, thank you, sir. Might have another, and another, and another. Then you might not. You're in for a bad time.
I would argue that it's not quite like that. The game's not outright punishing, I would say. Like, I'm not playing this game feeling like I'm getting the shit kicked out of me and I like it. The game's hard. It presents these challenges, but it feels like a puzzle to me, if that makes sense. Like, when you deal with the set amount of enemies, where they come from, it feels almost like a puzzle, knowing who to attack first, what weapon to use, how to use it. I feel like I'm playing a really aggressive, combat-oriented puzzle, if that makes sense. And I feel like if a fight ever like kicks me down, I just change my strategy, and I can usually beat it my second try. Like I don't think it's as hard as people are putting it out to be. Then again, I'm playing on Ultra Violence. I'm not playing on Nightmare, so maybe that's why I feel that way.
Also, I think I bought the wrong version. I should have just bought it on PC.
Are you playing on console?
Yeah, that was.
That explains it. That explains it. Yeah, dude. That's why I was a hard time.
Yeah, I think the thing is yes, the game has an FOV slider, but I think it's more than that. Like, I like playing at 4K 60 or close to it.
Well, with the game, like, it doesn't feel. It feels too like frantic to work with like a controller. Like if you can play with a mouse and keyboard, I think
Yeah,
that's the best
that
way.
game.
Yeah.
That game. You need to spin around literally in 180.
I think it's devil
Like
for me because like I always forget what the fuck the keys are, man. I think that's my
Yeah,
problem. It's just like there's just so many keys. So I'm just usually not using all my options because if I try to like do something else, I'm gonna fumble it. So like I usually stick to the same two weapons maybe. I usually stick to like I don't use the flamethrower as much as I should. I don't use the grenades as much as I should.
I had the same problem in the beginning.
Whenever
Of
like I
it,
melee, like if I try to melee it or if I try to glory kill and I like it's fucked up and then I melee attack by accident, or if I don't have enough like chainsaw juice and I fuck it up. Like sometimes it's not good at telling you, oh, you've got this much shit left, or like it's not good at telling you, hey, you can chainsaw this guy or you can't chainsaw this guy. So if I go for a chainsaw and it just doesn't go off, I'm like, oh fuck,
I
and
see
then
what you mean.
I
Like the
try to
game should
like
have like more like highlights, like when you're able to like chainsaw somebody. If
yeah
it should be more obvious than like looking at your fuel and
yeah.
deciding like if you have enough. Yeah, I
Because
hear what you mean.
the UI is like super small. I could probably make it bigger, but like I'm never seeing the UI because I'm just so focused on the center of the screen, the action that's
Yeah,
happening that like I'm not looking at the UI. So
that was
I'm
a
trying
huge
to
problem for me in the
yeah.
beginning too.
So I
That,
usually just fumble the fuck out of everything.
I was having the same problem in the beginning, and it was bothering me like up until like the last boss because you get like the crucible, like that sword that's on the cover of the game that the Doom Slayer's carrying around.
Yeah,
And on PC, you need to hit the V button to like use it, which is fucking weird to just because you don't just hit the V and you swing with it. You hit V and you equip it, and then you still have to left click to use it. So it feels really weird. It's not like the chainsaw where you just hit the C button and you swing with the chainsaw,
yeah.
which by the way is right next to the fucking sword button. So that I see where you're coming from. I had to like when I got that was when I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. I got to completely change around these controls now.
I
And
tried
like
to
on
like
the last boss of the game, I changed around all the controls to
yeah.
make it work.
I tried to remap stuff to my mouse, but like I don't have one of those mouses that are like, you know, like a gamer mouse. So like the buttons on the side aren't very intuitive to hit. Like
I hear what you mean.
you kind of have to like lift your hand and to hit the side buttons. So
I
I
see
don't
what
know.
you mean. I was lucky because I'm using an Corsair M65, which
Yeah,
does have two side buttons that feel really good to use.
yeah,
So I used one for the weapon wheel, the other one for my melee attack. And those buttons I was able to swap out on the actual keyboard to use my sword. And I think the other one I switched to my grenade. So it made it a lot easier for me. But I can imagine like if you're playing with like mostly default controls and you don't have those extra buttons on your mouse, it's a pain in the ass.
yeah. And I only have my keyboard is a 60% keyboard, so it doesn't have any the entire F keys. It doesn't have. It doesn't have a numpad or you know any of that shit. It only has the letters and numbers, and that's it. So I don't have arrow keys. I don't have like. So it's hard playing like a. I don't know. It's hard playing stuff where I need the keys. Like I tried to play Fortnite on this thing, and it's just impossible because I can't hit. You have to hit the F keys to like change your like building mode and shit. And I have F keys, but I have to hold a function key to get to those keys.
Oh, it's frustrating as a motherfucker.
Well, Mr.
Yeah.
Ice Cream, you don't have to worry about Fortnite anymore because everyone's switching to controller.
Oh, great.
Everyone's switching to controller.
And then
Even on PC.
I figured a controller would be okay for Doom Eternal because
You
not
would
okay,
think,
but
no.
at least like not so much for aiming, but at least all your buttons are there at least. You know what I mean? Like all the inputs
hear
are
what
there. You just have to hit them. With
I think if
this,
you can afford one, like a gaming keypad, like a Razer Tartarus would probably be the best option.
God,
yeah,
less keys for me probably would be better for me.
Well, that's what's cool with the Razer Tartarus. It's got like an analog stick on the side that you put your thumb on. So that already takes out the whole WASD from your fingers, and you just have buttons on it that you can program to whatever
Actually,
you
that
want.
probably would work way better for me because less but I'm not saying I don't like a keyboard, but when you see so many buttons on a
Yeah, I'll put
Yeah,
it.
keyboard.
that's
Put it
my
in the
only
group chat.
problem. That's my only problem with gaming on a keyboard is that there's too many keys that I don't need to have. I don't need I don't need an entire keyboard to play a PC
Look,
game.
look, I understand some people are keyboard warriors and they're like, "You guys are a bunch of pussies." And it's like, "Oh, go fuck yourselves."
I
There's
think
a
those people like the mouse. The mouse is the essential part. The keyboard is the part that needs fixing.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
there's a
no,
tool. There's a tool for every job too. So you're not gonna play Forza with a fucking keyboard and mouse. Like,
someone will.
you're not gonna play Elite Dangerous with a keyboard and mouse. Like, these are
Someone
like
will.
an
Or the main
FPS,
example.
a first person shooter. Sure, like a mouse you're gonna want a keyboard. I would say maybe yeah, like this like this Razer thing. Like if you just had something that had only the keys you needed, in a better layout, then I'd like that.
Is this only for right-handed people?
He's left-handed, so he needs
Yeah, I'm gonna be
special.
fucked, aren't I?
I think it's like customizable. You can move the analog stick to their side.
Why don't you just switch to being right-handed?
I could.
If not, I know there's gaming keypads that like are customizable for left and right-handed people. But it's like
Let's
it's a
look at
suggestion.
this.
It's just it's more money. You got to drop on another peripheral, but I think it's worth it.
It's not that. It's just sometimes your dominant hand or not. It's not that. It depends how it feels. If the keys are on normally, wouldn't WSD be on your left anyway?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, wouldn't that not be
and
a
that's
problem?
what that thing's for. Like the analog sticks where your thumb goes, so that already takes out the WASD.
Right.
So you just
Would
have your primary fingers for functions.
right.
yeah.
Right.
I don't think your handedness matters for that.
All right. That's some. Nintendo really hates left-handed people. They frown on them for years.
Anyone else
Um,
playing anything interesting or
I
anything cool?
played Wonderful 101.
you
See,
said
I
that
played it.
already.
Yeah, I played it on Wii U and it was
That one
okay. I
sucked.
played the demo, but I
It
haven't played the
sucked.
actual remaster yet.
It sucked. I mean, that game literally took the Wii U and said, "Hi, we're gonna make a game annoying." You're like, "Cool. Glad you made this game annoying." It's that game, except for they took out all that Wii U bullshit that you all hate, because I hate. So, the game's good now. It's not annoying. The song's good. You can unite hand, unite sword, unite whip. Yes, there's a whip. Of course there is. There's a pink
I
girl
don't.
that has.
I don't think I would like playing that game. Like the story seems good. The characters are good. The voice acting seemed really good. Um, but then like watching you play it, I was like, oh, this
It's
looks
just
like
bad.
it looks clunky to play, kind of.
It's it's very clunky to play. The problem with the Wii U version was a lot of that Unite Hand stuff and a lot of Unite Sword, Unite Whip. A lot of it's done on the gamepad, so you have to switch the gamepad, look down there, look up, and all that stuff. And a lot of times you miss all this bullshit.
Yeah,
And if you're playing it on, well, at the time we're playing on Instagame, a lot of the game is on the gamepad, and then it'll go to the main screen. Now it's all on one screen. Now everyone can see whatever the fuck they can see, and it just made things so confusing. And I just had to send it back. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
it reminded me of another Clover banger, Okami,
Yeah.
where
Oh
like
no, it's got the Okami, with the brushes and all that stuff, and but
yeah.
a
That's
lot
what I meant.
easier. Except
Is it
for it's a lot
easier?
easier.
Because Okami is more of just like Okami is more of a game. You didn't really have to like draw shit unless you were doing like specific things. In this, it seemed like, oh yeah, hit the right stick and fucking rotate the shit, and oh, every shit got knocked over, and I'll switch to this fucking power hand and switch to the power glove and do this now. It just seemed like it was a lot more like drawing. It was like Okami, but you had to draw fucking every 6 seconds.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you don't have to draw in 6 seconds. I just like Unite Sword a lot because you get this long ass sword and you can beat the shit out of everyone. The problem, what my problem is you know how Platinum has picture perfect dodge mechanics.
Yeah.
The dodge mechanics in this game is just they missed the mark on it, and it's shockingly because normally they're really good on their dodge mechanics, or they're not their with their parry mechanics. It's just like what the
Sometimes they
this
miss Metal Gear Rising. Had a very good system of like telling you where attacks were coming from, but once you figure out you can just fucking mash that like parry button. I think it's like whatever direction the attack's coming from, and the attack button is saying. Once you figure out that you can just fucking spam that shit, you're just doing it over and over again. Like you never take a hit. Like you can just spam the fuck out of it and just never get hit.
right
So like
until
I
you
don't
figure
know.
out that. Or I'm so used to that witch that witch time stuff where you just literally hit it at the exact
Yeah,
same time parry.
yeah.
And this game does have a parry, but you turn into Jello, and the Jello part is like, oh, I knocked over this thing, and now I get to wail on it, and the enemies just feel like they're just forever. It's like unite sword, unite gun. Oh, suckling blue. I get to unite gun. Unite, and then he's like, we're gonna use the big thing that we're not supposed to use, but we're gonna use it anyway. And then you guys go do it. It's like, okay, dude, of dudes, you should tip me or whatever. And it's like we go, and it's like, thank you, wonderful 101. And now there's like evil 101s out there, and they're like, oh my god, they can unite too. And it's like, oh my god, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. It doesn't seem like a game that I would enjoy playing, but it seems like it's worth at least like one.
I mean, like a platinum games, most platinum games are worth just checking out at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this one, it's easy on your computer. It's not gonna kill it. It takes about maybe 1 gig of VRAM, maybe, depending on what your GDDR5 is, maybe a little faster. But mine was about 1 gig. It said at 4K. So it's all right. It's that game that is now unshackled from the Wii U and better, and now on Switch, PS4, and that's it. Good. They're on the good consoles. Good. And the only platform that matters, PC.
How many how many platinum stars would you give this out of 17?
Uh, I give it 3.
Out of 17.
I would give it 3 out of 17. Game's okay. It's not Platinum's best work, even though people think it is. It's really not.
I don't know anyone that says Wonderful 101's their best work.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well. Where does Anarchy Reigns fall in there?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If someone said pick Transformers over this one, I would say give me Transformers.
Well, Transformers is good though.
Yeah, Transformers is way better than it has any right to be.
Yeah.
Fucking bosses are like damage sponges. That's the only thing that pissed me off about it. Some bosses, if you're not playing as like Grimlock, bosses take forever to fucking kill.
I'm just saying Transformers, which is a licensed game that Platinum made. Like that game was like I had fun playing that game through. The game just seemed like it's just in the way of bullshit. Like we're gonna make games. Remember, it's like unite sword and gun and whip, and I went like, are you trying to make a fetish game? What the fuck?
Some people
I
hate
love
that.
your analysis so much.
Some
I
people
mean,
hate that. the Korra game, but I really like the Korra game, so
I wanted to try it, but I can't fucking buy it anywhere now, so that sucks.
The TMNT game that everyone hated.
That one not so much.
I mean, the only good licensed game I could say is that Transformers one. I'm like, that one's all right. It ran on toasters. That's all I could say about that. That one ran great on toasters. Little short. I think it's like what, 4 to 5 hours. That Transformers game.
Something like that.
I don't know.
It just weirded me out because it had this weird like loot system that didn't have to be there. Remember that? Like enemies randomly dropped like equipment had stats, and it's like, why this game?
It was copy and paste platform game. Good.
Yeah, to an extent.
So that's Wonderful 101. The game is out now. You can buy it for $40 on everything but Xbox.
I might pick it up on Switch. I need more reasons to play my Switch.
Like I said, everything but Xbox.
What's their beef with the Xbox? I think Platinum's still salty about that Dragon game.
Probably. Yeah, people still want that Dragon game.
I mean, it looked cool.
Yeah, it did. Cool. It looked really cool, and I was sad when I saw that game, Scalebound. That's what it was called. When I saw Scalebound, I thought, okay, this might be a reason for me to go out and buy an Xbox. And as soon as I started thinking that, they canceled it.
You know, it was coming to PC, right?
It was coming to PC? I thought it was just coming to Xbox.
No. It was one of those Xbox Play Anywhere games.
Oh. Well, now I'm really sad it's not happening.
Yeah, it was one of those Xbox Play Anywhere games, and they were like Scalebound. Man, they probably didn't have someone that talked Japanese at Microsoft or some shit, and it just didn't happen.
You think we'll ever like see it come back at all again? Because I don't know, Microsoft seems like the kind of people that would do that. Like they would just bring back random. They've been bringing back random shit, seemingly out of nowhere. They brought back Phantom Dust, game that no one played but me, and then PSO2,
and then it went fucking nowhere. Yeah, I mean, I think Microsoft has a idea of what people want. They're like, oh, PSO2, and then like Microsoft has basically unlimited amount of money. Almost. Yeah. I mean, there's only so much money you can burn in the ether. I'm just saying, like they're not in the gaming industry for charity. I don't make it sound like, oh, they got in the Xbox for charity. They were in it to win it.
It's just that game seemed like it got pretty far into development before they decided to axe it.
I was told it was part of it was Kamiya wasn't happy with it because the Xbox couldn't run what he wanted because he wanted the game to run at 60 FPS. And Microsoft was like, it doesn't matter, just have it run at 30. And I think that's what caused the game to fall apart.
Weird. They got Destiny to 1080 and they got Diablo to 60, so at 1080. So it is possible they're just being stupid.
I mean, Diablo.
Well, quite a bit more. I was gonna say quite a bit more is going on in Scalebound than Diablo.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get to that. What other things have been playing? Nothing of note. Then you should tip me.
I've been playing. Persona 5. I'm still playing that. I bought Persona 5 and Doom Eternal around the same time. I think I got Doom Eternal the day after I got Persona 5, and I have 117 hours in Persona, and I have 24 hours in Doom. This quarantine is very busy for me.
Oh yeah, it's been very busy for me as well. So that's what we've been playing. Like I said, Wonderful 101's out now, so you can pick that up and you should tip it.
Yay.
All right, should we get to the news?
Yep. News. Dude, news happened this week, guys.
News happened this week. It almost makes me want to go outside and eat grass.
That's another Raven expression, everybody. I love it.
Probably the biggest and most important fucking piece of news this week. Phantasy Star Online 2 gets its release date for PC.
You're right. That one, everyone was clamoring for that. Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone was like,
try it out. The game's gonna be free to play, right? Like that's the business model behind it.
Does that game have controller support?
It has full controller support.
Yay!
Xbox, PlayStation, fucking whatever the fuck you want. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like, wait, it's not coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it out. Sabi's been talking it up for years, so I'd be silly not to try it at least.
Hamster got my reference.
Yeah, I like bad games though, so
What's your favorite bad game?
Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, I could go for a good Sonic Adventure.
I am unapologetic at how much I love that game.
Yeah.
So
The music's good. The music's good. Amy's in it. What else do you need?
I don't know. There's just something charming about that game. I know it's bad, but like, yeah.
I don't think I have a bad game that I really like, or a game that people consider bad that I like.
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York for Super Nintendo.
That's a weird one.
That is a weird one.
Yeah, because that was my first game I ever had for my Super Nintendos, and it was god awful. But you always remember your first time, so that was my first time. So yay! And then we got the good one, Super Mario World, and then we were all like, yay, the good one.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people don't like Donkey Kong Country 3, but that's my favorite one. So
just play it on a Switch Lite, and you'll beat that game.
I'm at the end of it. I'm having trouble with the King K. Rool.
Yeah, I mean, I needed the sun for that game. You know, a good Switch Lite. I bought that for like $8 on GameFly, and yeah, that was a good little game when they ported everything to Game Boy Advance.
You know, I do have one that I think about it. When I was a kid, I loved the Terminator: Dawn of Fate on the original Xbox. That game, it's like a really, really bad Devil May Cry clone without without melee combat. Is probably the best way to look at it.
Wow.
Like it has some melee combat, but it's not like great. And I played the shit out of that game from start to finish.
Yay!
Although I haven't played that game since I was like 13, so maybe it's truly awful, and I'll have a different opinion now. But for now, it's fun, even though it got like a 4 out of 10 on Metacritic or something.
It's hard to go back to games, those old games sometimes.
Oh yeah.
If it's ones I like, I can go back to like Brute Force on Xbox. Like I've been itching to play that one again.
Oh, that game's still fun though. I played that game like 2 years ago, and it's still fun.
Yeah, I went to my local old game store and like talked to the guy about like how could I hook up an old Xbox in 2020. He was like, "Oh, you need this, this, and this, and then you need one of these." Are
we talking about like HDMI?
Yeah.
Isn't there kits for? There's kits for old systems to hook up HDMI.
There's kits, but this guy at the shop said they were out of theirs. They didn't have any more. So, yeah.
I know they made one for the Saturn. Did they make one for the PlayStation N64? Was there a GameCube one? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy.
I had one for the Wii, but that's all I had.
Wii.
Isn't Brute Force like backwards compatible on Xbox 360? Couldn't you play it that way?
Maybe, but I don't have an Xbox at all anymore.
Oh, okay, that explains it.
I got rid of it because once they started putting stuff on PC, I was like, well, I don't need this anymore. But that's the only thing that's missing is those 360 games. Like I would love to play Rare Replay. If I could play Rare Replay on my PC, I would fucking fillet Phil Spencer.
I wonder why they didn't do that yet.
It pisses me off they haven't done it yet. Like you're right, it's not that hard. It'd be super easy.
I mean, the Master Chief Collection came. Oh wait, I did play that this week. That came out.
Halo 2.
Galo 2, and I got
I
yelled
Halo
at by a bunch of Irishmen calling me the F word and say shut the fuck up. And I went like, yeah, PC gaming.
Hey, that's Halo 2 for you, man. Taking it
Yeah,
back to
it took me back when they said shut the fuck up, and I
yeah.
hope
I
you die
remember.
from
I remember
Corona.
when I played. I remember when Modern Warfare Remastered came out, and I loaded it up for the first time on PC, and then yeah, that's all it was just people fucking screaming F words and all kind of racial slurs, and I was like, yeah, this takes me back. This takes me back, just like I remember
That's
it.
the old school experience, man.
Yep.
No, I'm not gonna get into that game. I really like playing Halo 2, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
Halo 2 is fun as shit.
That's I'm not like gonna go like, oh, it's Halo 2. And it's like, but I can literally rotate and just have nothing but Halo 2 right now. Like right now, if I can jump into a game of Anniversary and regular Halo 2, I don't think I can do that on the Xbox One. You can find matches. I don't have to go through Halo 1 or Reach. Just Halo 2. It's except for they ruined it with BRs.
Dude,
It's like
Halo 2 is fun as shit. I love Halo 2.
I do too.
I
I
was
lost.
playing it when that came out for a little bit. I played it for
I
like an hour, then I went back to Doom.
oh
That's not Halo's fault though. I'm just really stuck on Doom right now.
I just remember playing 12 hours straight of that game when that online was just fucking insane.
Yeah.
Oh man, good times.
Good times
Good
capturing the
times.
flag, storming the
Good times.
castle.
The first time I heard
Yeah.
the N word was playing Halo.
Oh yeah, that's right. First time I heard someone say "I'll fuck your dog" was in Halo. No, actually, Project Gotham Racing 3. You know how in Project Gotham Racing you can get a perfect lap or a perfect race, a clean race.
Yeah.
And I hit someone, and he fucking lit into me like a motherfucker. He went like, "Motherfucker, did you scratch my paint?" I had to. It was like it was almost like I killed his dog. He went like, "Motherfucker, did you scratch my paint?" And
Jesus Christ.
it's like, dude. Oh, they were serious about PGR, man. An arcade racer about kudos.
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 In other news, we had quite a few things happen. Like
Yeah.
Epic Games showed off their Unreal 5 engine, or Unreal Engine 5 running on the PS5.
Yeah. So this is
Which
the big
looked
one.
phenomenal to me.
Great.
Yeah, that was
Looked
really impressive.
the whole dynamic lighting and stuff was definitely a game changer. If used right.
It's a lot of people were coming away from this like very butthurt.
Yeah, it's very
I'm
weird.
talking mostly about like the Xbox like community of people that are just like, yo man, look at fucking Xbox should do this too, assholes. Like shit
Yeah,
like
but
that. Like
okay, can we go back to tech for a second? It's like comparing the iPhone to an Android. It's the PS5 spec their console for speed, for storage and speed, and maximize everything else. So Epic shows off their engine that can show the power of what they can create, and they're going like, "Oh, we're buttered," because of course the Xbox Series X is going to do it. It will do it, but not like this.
it'll
I
do
think
it.
that's
Well,
yeah.
here's the thing: is like games aren't made like this. That's the
No,
problem. If you're talking like they kept talking about like, you can take a completely uncompressed model and we've got 3 million of them in this room, and you're like, wow, incredible.
that
But like,
game would be
dude,
huge.
yeah, do you understand? If you had completely uncompressed models in your game, it would be a couple 100,000 gigs to download. Like you wouldn't download something like that.
That game would be huge. Maybe
So
a
like,
300 gig game.
it's
That's why
cool.
like it's cool to look at to see how far it can push it, but retail games aren't going to look like that.
They'll
It might
look
later.
they'll look close to this, but they're not going to be using completely uncompressed assets. It's just not how things are done.
Also, time and budgets and all that stuff. Like this is what what can look like on a PS5.
So let's get into what like the tech was. They showed off two of the engine's newest technologies: Nanite, which is a micro polygon modeling scheme, and Lumen, which is a real time global illumination system. So like it's not they're not doing ray tracing, but it's like it's something in between ray tracing and just baked in lighting, just pre-baked lighting. So it's something in the middle that gives you a middle ground of performance and visuals. And then yeah, Nanite is that it allows developers to import raw data, super high detail models and assets directly into Unreal Engine for a tremendous amount of detail. One triangle per pixel is what they were saying, without the need for normal maps or LODs. So it's cool stuff. It's very fucking cool.
Yes,
But
not every
like,
game's gonna look like that.
yeah,
Mortal
like
Kombat's not gonna look like Uncharted.
but this looks incredible. They also showed off like some. They were talking about the bats, and like there's another segment where there's like a bunch of beetles on the ground. They said that's their new like real time dynamic fluid engine or something like that. They're using like a new thing for water. The water looked weird to me. I don't know if you guys. Here's the water right here. I don't know. It looks a little weird to me. Doesn't look like.
Yeah,
It looks like she's
it's a
walking through
demo.
Jello.
It's a demo.
It's a demo. But it's a damn good one though.
Yeah,
Like
it's a demo.
the timing of this was perfect. I guess like Sony was like, hey Epic, you wanna show off what
No,
our shit
Epic
can
does what
do,
it
and
wants.
I'm sure they do what they want, but like the timing was perfect. Like right after the Xbox fumbled their fucking bullshit. Um,
Not
you
well.
know,
This is the closest thing we got to gameplay of anything.
yeah. But this is kind of what I wanted to see. Not so much in terms of graphics, but in terms of
Looks
um,
next gen.
well, not even in terms of looks, just in terms of this is what the hardware can do. Like this is what the speed like because they're specifically showing off what the SSD can do specifically
Right.
on the PS5, and that's what I was interested in. Like, what are the load times going to be like? Like,
It's
what are
it's not
the
it's not just the raw power. It's how fast they can render this.
yeah? And that's all they're showing off is like we can do this because it's this fast, not because of look
Right.
how powerful it is. It's look how fast it is.
Yeah.
Um,
It's people always on PCs go like, look how powerful it is. I'm like, yeah, power's good, but fast also, is better.
yeah. And yeah, the PC people are like, well, PC could already fucking do this. They don't really
Of course
understand
they
that,
can.
but it can't though, because games aren't made like this, and not
No,
even on PC. Like they're
games
not
can
made
look like that, but they won't.
like it all has to do with how fast the PS5 can do this shit, and the PC cannot do it this fast as it is right
Not yet.
now. Not yet.
It'll
Like
definitely
this,
catch up, but right now it's not
I mean,
built for that.
eventually the RTX standard will be the standard on PC.
eventually, yeah.
Eventually.
Once like everyone gets their shit out, and but people are like slow to upgrade on PC. Like people are still using 1080s and shit
Yeah.
like that, and
I'm
like
still
once
running at
those
1060. So
yeah, and once
Oh,
those get cheaper, they'll still be the norm. I mean, 2060 is like you can get a 2060 for $300, which is, in my opinion, the way to go.
I have a 2060.
Yeah,
I'm in this like weird awkward phase where like I want to upgrade to like a 2060, but
And in
I
the
also know
3060s and the
yeah,
3070s.
I
Yeah,
know there's better stuff down the pipeline and my 1060 is working fine.
here's the thing about what I like about not the RTX stuff, but even if you don't give a fuck about ray tracing, let's say I don't care about ray tracing. There's the new NVAC to like. There's new codecs for streaming. Like like streaming on PC came a long way,
Yeah.
and it made it way more easier to stream games on PC. And that's cool. But also that lighting stuff, the AI stuff in this, of course, is going to use AI, and the way the lighting in these games are going to look. Like, Epic's not going to make whatever this game is. Like, people are like, oh, they're going to make this Lumen game. Like, no, they're not.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did, though. I don't think they will, but because they usually don't. But I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to do something with this. I don't know. But you know what this reminds me of? Remember back when Square Enix was showing that shit with Final Fantasy on
Oh, I
on
was just
Nvidia?
thinking about that. Yeah, the
That's what
Agni.
this reminds. Yeah, like, oh my god, look how fucking incredible this looks, man. And then like nothing, nothing ever came of it. Now this is a little different because this is Epic, and they work. This is their business.
They do engines.
Yeah,
They're in the business of engines.
yeah. But that was always like in the back of my mind, like, fucking, oh man, this looks incredible, but like, when are we actually gonna see this? They said at the end of the trailer, it said like 2021.
2021.
So, definitely not gonna see this for quite some time, especially how long it
Yeah.
takes to make a game. I guess when someone decides to even use it, it'll probably take another like 2-3 years before you actually see anything come out with it. So,
Well,
it'll be a while.
they already got the thing to work on. They already got Unreal Engine 4 to work on it on PS4. I meant on PS5 and Xbox Series X.
Yeah, I mean that's
Do you think
expected though.
do you think this is part of Unreal Engine 5?
Yeah, well, that's what they said. It's Unreal Engine 5.
Is that what they said? I thought it was just something else.
No, yeah, that's Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, well, 4 works on Xbox and Series X natively. Who knows how that will scale?
Yeah, and they also said for indie devs, I don't know if they said this anywhere before, but for indie devs, Unreal Engine 4 is free, completely free for indies, until they make $1 million. Until they make $1 million in revenue on their game, it's totally free, which is cool.
That
So
is
after
really
a million,
cool.
I mean, it makes them not worry about the subsidies and all that stuff. But yeah, Epic, for everyone hating all that stuff. And do you have that other story about Epic?
No, what's that?
That their site fucking crashed because of GTA 5 being free?
Oh, no.
Yeah. You know how all the PC Master Race people say Steam? Well, Epic went out of their way to give GTA 5 completely free forever, they say.
Yeah, they crashed their entire
Hard.
website. Yeah, I had to. I went to download. I went to get it. I had to log in the day after to do it because it would not load.
I think it's still
It's
available, so
It's
it
still
is
available.
it is for another 3 days, but that initial, and they're advertising it. And I'm like, well, I'm glad you're advertising it, but holy shit, that's not that is a Chad move if I ever seen a Chad move.
Not just that, but if you look at that too, on top of that game being free, they had a promotion that if you purchased a game during the sale they were having, you got like another $10 coupon. Well, you technically bought that game for $0, so you got a $10 coupon on top of that to spend on games that were on sale.
That's a Chad move.
That's like Omega Chad levels right there. It's insane.
I
I
think
mean,
also people were upset because there's a limit, so the game has to cost at least $15 to get to use that $10 off.
makes sense.
And
Got to make
they were
money
upset.
somewhere.
They were upset that Witcher 3 was on there, but it was 1999. Or no, it was 1998, and the cutoff
No,
was
it was
1999.
It was 19. It was $14.99, and then those
14, yeah,
sons
my
of
bad.
bitches made it 1998.
Yeah.
Like they
It
went
was
back in it and changed it to 1998.
God, that's frustrating as a motherfucker. That's annoying. That's some annoying scum behavior.
I don't
But
think they purposely did that. I think it was just fucking
People are buying Witcher 3 for $15. For like $5. Also, if the game's $15, Witcher 3, you probably get all your money's worth out of it anyway.
yeah.
yeah.
Also, if you're not going to spend $15, you probably picked up the GOG version on your shady Pirate Bay.
I mean, that game's always on sale, so there's like no reason not to have it anymore.
Yeah, if you own a gaming PC, you should own Witcher. At least I think so. What's up with
Well,
Skyrim, which is it's expected to be in your library.
and Grand Theft Auto 5, but right now you have no excuse, so go do it.
Ghost of Tsushima. We
Looks bad.
finally uh okay. I mean I don't think so, but
I don't think it looks bad at all.
Generic game that lies to you about slicing open arrows and shit, and then they're like, let's do the exploring. All right, we're gonna explore. Enough exploring. Here's combat. You're going to slice arrows. And I'm like, bullshit. But it's a video game, so who cares? And then I was like, oh, great. They made one of those games. They made an action game, not Dark Souls. Okay, bored. Next.
I mean that's pretty much what I said like last week. I was like, I expect this to be like an Assassin's Creed type thing. And it's almost exactly what it is. Like you're you're sneaking, you're doing stealthy shit. Um multi kills, air kills, stealth kills and but you know, if you want to go like one on one and actually fight motherfuckers, you can do that too. It's super the I thought it was gonna be like Assassin's Creed 1 where it's just parry counter based, so you just wait for them attack and then you counter that attack and kill them like that. That's almost exactly what it is.
I mean, the game looks okay. I wouldn't say it looks bad.
Well, we heard nothing about this game up till now, and they're like, here's our game. You're gonna do all this shit. It's like,
Make it sound like it's a bad thing. They didn't want to show off some gameplay till it was ready.
yeah, but it was. I mean, they started off with the horsey, and they're like, here's a horse, gallop, 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 kind of. Hey, look, flowers, gallop, 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 gallop. All right, enough of that shit. Here's what you really came for, and it was like,
I like your horse onomatopoeia.
It sounds
I'm
like a
just,
horse underwater.
Yeah.
they start off this
Imagine
fucking.
what a seahorse sounds like when it
I'm
gallops.
just saying, you start off with the most boring part of the game. You're like, gallop, 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 you got a horse. Okay, this is what you do with the horse. You go out and it's like and now you're a ghost. And it's like,
It's called building excitement, man. It's like foreplay. It's
I
like
mean
foreplay.
they're specifically showing the exploration parts. So
Yeah.
they want to show you like, hey, there's stuff you can explore out here. It's not just running around killing shit.
yeah.
They tried to put this. It was weird because they tried to emphasize how much like immersion there was, and like, oh, we're not going to put stuff on the HUD because you deserve the immersion. But then like, so like, there's no like waypoints. What you do is you mark a point, and then the wind blows and tells you which way to go. But like, there's still shit. There's still a ton of shit on the screen though. Like, there's still a ton of text and HUD and shit on the screen. I'm like, okay, you're kind of defeating the purpose by putting all this other shit on the screen. Yeah, there's no waypoint, but what's all this other shit? So I don't know. That was a little weird for them to kind of like focus on that. And then you can loot stuff from on top of the horse, which is good.
You expect that.
Well, you expect it, but not a lot of games let you do that.
Not a lot of games that do it at all.
You'd be surprised.
You're right, but I'm just saying you expect to be looting on horse, and
Yeah,
the
you'd
horse
be
nays,
surprised.
and then you're off to the races.
There's too many games you have to get the fuck off and then pick up your shit and then get back on.
Right, nay.
It just seems like there's a lot of just landmarks, just a
It
lot of
just seems a
interesting
lot of
stuffs
fucking
scattered around.
downtime.
I mean, that's what they specifically chose to show. I mean, of course, there's like a main story that you can follow if you want. I mean, it's an open world game, so you're going to be doing open world bullshit in it.
That's fine. It's just the way they structured this was like, okay, we're gonna gal, and then all right, here's the combat. Hey, you cannot fucking slice arrows in the air. It's impossible.
I mean, it's a video game, man. What's the problem? What's the problem with that?
It's an. I mean, if
You're just
the
playing Wonderful
fastest,
101. You can't fuse people together into a giant sword.
as much as I would like to fuse a bunch of people in a giant sword, I would, but I'm just saying, it's just that scene. They're like, oh, you go into town. You're like, you're a ghost, and he's like, quit. Oh, like what? Fuck you. I mean, unless you have ghost-like powers that no one can explain, I'm like, you seem kind of human, dude. You're Fox and you're whatever you're doing.
I think the game looks fun. Like it
I'm
looks like you
sure
said.
it will be.
The only thing that upsets me is that it does have that kind of generic open world design, but it's in Japan, and I have
Yeah.
I have a ridiculous Japanese fetish, so this will be
We
cool to
all
check.
do. Who doesn't? Who doesn't like Japan?
It's a loot game, so
Who
there's
doesn't
just
like
a,
loot games?
yeah, just a bunch of shit you can find and equip and wear and shit like that. You can pick flowers to dye the color of your equipment.
See that I was excited until I heard that. That just sounds really tedious and annoying.
No. You
Like
want to
Witcher
do that?
3 had the same thing where you had to get like all these ingredients to like make the dye, and it was a pain in the ass. I hated it.
I'm
That's the
sure.
exact thing that I hated about like when I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm like, okay, I don't want to hunt a bunch of boar, so I can craft a bigger bag to carry more shit that I got to craft again. Like it's I don't know if this game is doing that, but I kind of expect it to. But like
That's
that's
just
all
like an
that.
open world standard at this point. Just give us a bunch of busy work to unlock the cool shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of games though. Lots of busy work to unlock bullshit.
Yeah, that's my only complaint about is that it looks like it's taking a lot of generic open world design, but I mean, it's in Japan, feudal Japan, so I don't care. I'm probably gonna pick it up and try it at least.
Uh, you can try the game in black and white mode in that old feudal Japan bullshit if you really wanted to bore yourself to sleep at night.
God.
I
Yeah.
mean, that sounds cool. I'm glad they implemented that, but it's just one of those things you look at and I go, "Wow, I'm glad you did that." I don't, it needs to be there. It's like, and you can choose from Japanese subtitles to English subtitles. I go, "Good job, fuckers. I'm glad you did the bare minimum." You
Well,
know.
that's another thing that most games don't do is give you, an actual. Well, here's the thing. So they let you pick the Japanese voices, but the lip syncing bother to they didn't bother to lip sync it in Japanese, so the lips still move to the English
Oh my
words.
god.
I don't mind that too much.
I
Like
don't mind it, but it gives it that like
It
that
gives it that
it's
weird.
kind of funny that they're running for this realism and immersion, and then they have that
yeah,
definitive
it's the same
freaking
thing
thing.
like Tomb Raider. If you ever play Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, there's an option that you can set. There's an immersion option you can set where everyone speaks their native language. But like Laura doesn't. Laura always talks in English, so she's talking to these people who are not supposed to know English in
In
English, and then
English.
they're yeah. So it's like, oh, this is very immersive because I'm sure they understand what Laura's saying, and Laura definitely understands what they're saying. It's just like,
Yeah, she's talking English. They took English class in whatever thieves school they went to. Totally believable.
the combat
That's
looks
why
really
like
brutal.
it gets a lot of shit talking, like Sleeping Dogs. That's something similar, where characters will flip in and out from like Chinese to English.
Yeah.
And it's done like in game. People will talk to each other in Chinese or in English. And that's one thing I liked about it. It's kind of weird though, because the game takes place in China and people mostly speak English. That's
No,
one
it
thing
takes place in Hong Kong, not China.
I haven't played the game in like 5 years. Give me a
I
break.
know. There's a difference. There's Hong Kong, and then there's China. Hong Kong is its own place.
Point is, it's not in America, and people are mostly speaking English.
Yes. The point is, Hong Kong is free. China is not.
The combat here looks super brutal too. Like most of the encounters just end in one blow. Like as soon as you land your one strike with that sword, they usually go down maybe 2 strikes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Also, I fucking hate how you use that arrow. Everyone looks like they're using the arrows like they're weak pussies, and this motherfucker just nails them. It's like the fuck.
I don't know what you're saying there, but
Everyone throws these arrows like they're weak fucking a-holes. And this guy comes up, he's like, "You're dead." It's like, what?
I don't understand. Like, are you complaining about like he's not pulling it back far enough, or
yeah, like
The enemies are not pulling it back. He's fucking murdering people with that fucking bow and arrow.
I mean, you're the main character. I'm sure you're supposed to.
Yeah, but he must be fucking strong because they went down like a ton of bricks. But this motherfucker can fucking beat arrows and shit. Whatever.
I think you're like stuck on these arrows, man. Who'd hurt you? Did an arrow touch you when you were a kid or something?
Well, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, and I've been playing a lot with that bow and arrow. So I mean, you shoot someone with a bow and arrow, you're dead. And I see these pussy weak ass bow and arrows, and I'm like, this wouldn't kill me. Why is it going 4 miles an hour?
If they have a system where if the enemy like sees you just demolish another person, they'll like cower in fear and try to run away.
I saw that. I love that.
Good. Kneel before Zod.
Yeah,
it's so weird when you play games and like you just fucking wipe out someone's whole team, and the one guy's left is like, I think I still have a chance.
Or he's like, I'm super dedicated to my boss. I mean, he's paying me like super highly
But he's
to be
dead.
a mercenary for him. So,
but he's dead on the floor.
Yeah,
so I'm willing
to. The game looks like I said, the main issue is that it takes a lot of these like generic open world game systems, but it still looks like fun. Like, it doesn't look bad. I probably won't pick it up day one unless there's like something that surprises me. But I think it's worth picking up on sale, right?
Yeah. It looks like a $30 game. Unless they add like updates or new content to it, but the end of the generation, probably not.
How do you think it's gonna review?
It's gonna get tens, of course. Everyone's gonna masturbate it because it's in feudal Japan, and all the reviewers have a feudal Japan boner. So perfect tens across the board.
I think it's gonna get like 8s and 9s from critics, maybe like 7s.
Even though it looks like a 7.
I think it'll review pretty highly.
Yeah.
I don't trust reviewers to go like, hey, they trust me. They wanted to put Mass Effect Andromeda on a fucking pedestal if they wanted to.
I think like it's gonna review well among critics because it's like another Sony exclusive title, but I think individual players aren't gonna review it as well.
It does have a story. I'm sure the story is going to be where this thing shines the most.
I'm just saying, I'm just disappointed in what I saw. That is all. I'm sure the game's gonna be fine. I'm just disappointed what I see.
Yeah.
Let's see what the chat room says.
Yeah. We'll wait and see when it comes out. I mean, we won't know for sure until the game drops.
They're saying nothing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the game's supposed to launch on July 17th, so...
You know, I like games launching in July.
Sure.
Yeah. You know what other game launched in July?
What's
2
that?
games. Fire Emblem and Splatoon 2. And those games became Game of the Year.
Well...
No, they
didn't. maybe for you.
No, they didn't. But I want to pretend.
There's another game coming out on July 17th.
Oh, what is it?
You want to talk about this one?
Oh, we talking about Paper Mario.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Is that July 17th as well?
It is.
Yeah, so the Origami Killer is now coming to Paper Mario. Remember him?
Jason.
Jason. He got tired of his life being a detective, so he's going to go and kill Mario now. No, not at all. There's a new Paper Mario game, and Princess Peach looks stupid.
This game looks great, man.
Origami look. I don't know how I feel about it because, like, I saw the gameplay trailer and I watched the trailer for it and I watched it again, and it looks interesting. But if they take like the color splash route where it's like an RPG but not really,
that was one of my.
Like it.
That was one of my. Everyone came out to see that game for some reason when I played it on YouTube. I don't know what the fuck that was about. Everyone's like, "Oh, color splash! Yay!" I'm like, what?
It looks like it's more of a return to root to like the older Paper Mario games, though, like the N64 one, and what was the GameCube one, the Seventh Star,
Thousand Year Door.
Thousand Year Door, yeah, that one was really fun. That game, I would argue that Thousand Year Door still holds up.
You know what my problem with Paper Mario is? I get so far in the end, it doesn't really matter.
Oh my God.
Go so far to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't really fucking matter.
I don't know why you're dropping a Linkin Park reference.
You're doing a bit.
Yeah.
No. It's. I get to a point, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm done.
I think it's most RPGs for most people. Like, it's hard. RPGs are long games. It's hard to like stick with them for the full like.
Well, I like the idea of Super Paper Mario World or whatever it was, the Wii game. I'm like, cool, this is cool. And then you get to a point and you're like, I can't. And then in Color Splash, it's like, this is cool. I like this. And then you get to a point you're like, I just can't. There's just nothing pushing me through to that game to finish.
I've never played a Paper Mario game.
Don't start now.
Thousand Year Door is good. I would recommend if you can get it. You probably can't buy it now; it's expensive as shit. But if you can definitely download it, like on Dolphin or something, I think Thousand Year Door.
Flipper. Go talk to Flipper.
Yeah.
Thousand Year Door is definitely worth playing. And I want an experience like that, but there hasn't been one like since Thousand Year Door. Every Paper Mario game after that tries to have some gimmick where it's not like an RPG.
Does this one have any? Did they announce this at all before?
No. They just dropped it.
Yeah.
They kind of. That's what Nintendo does now. They're like, "Hey, game coming, date, go." It's like, okay, great. But there was some rumblings in the Best Buys and the GameStop registry, because sometimes they'll put up a placeholder and people look at it, and they've been rumblings of like, "Hey, new Paper Mario's coming soon." But yeah.
So I guess that's it for that then. It's supposed to come out July 17, so
get your Ghost on, get your Origami on.
I don't know. I thought the trailer looked all right.
Yeah, I think it looked all right. I just want to see some more gameplay. If it's like Color Splash, where it's like, oh, here are these like one-use cards, they need a farm to build up. I'm not going to be into it. But it looks like just a regular Paper Mario. As regular, I say in quotes, as a Paper Mario RPG can be.
Yeah.
But we'll wait and see.
I haven't played a good RPG in a while.
You should check out Tales of Symphonia. I think you already
Or
played that.
Persona 5 Royal.
Or I don't. I'm up to my knees with RPGs right now. But I was thinking about playing Final Fantasy X-2 and just burn my eyes out.
You should check out the Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
I need to get the special edition. I'll probably hate myself every second of that.
I can get you set up.
You can play the Mass Effect trilogy. Those are solid.
Yeah, people have been asking about that, and it's just I can't play those games because I can't decide what shepherd I want. Do I want the normal shepherd man dude, or do I want femme shepherd female dude? And then I just I'm stopping here.
Always femshep.
It's like he needs to be a guy, but it's like I don't know.
I mean, Shepard doesn't have to be a guy.
No, he really doesn't. It could be and then it's like, I just don't like any of their models.
I mean, you got to create it, so
their models suck.
I mean, you got to create the character.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the model's fault. You can't build a good-looking character.
Denuvo Anti-Cheat launches with Doom Eternal as first victim.
Fuck.
Yes, that's...
As
we were mentioning earlier...
Can we... sorry.
I liked the updates to Doom, but I can see why people are pissed off because when Doom Eternal came out, Denuvo was not a thing.
Did you see...
Well, actually, Doom did launch with Denuvo Anti-Tamper, but they did fuck that up because they accidentally they accidentally launched it without the Denuvo executable, so people were able to like take it and play it without.
Yes, easily.
They were able to pirate it because they launched it without it accidentally. And then they were like, "Oops!" and then they put it back in. So, yeah.
So the problem isn't that it didn't have Denuvo before, and now it does. The problem is that
this is a different. So Denuvo Anti-Tamper doesn't. I wrote in here. It differs from Anti-Tamper, which only exists at the game's executable level, and does not have access to your system or system files. Only the game itself. Denuvo Anti-Cheat works by installing a kernel level driver onto the system when the game is launched. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
that's I can see where that's a problem.
Oh God, I don't want that.
Yeah, Anti-Cheat runs at the system's lowest level and can pose an extreme security vulnerability risk if it is ever exploited. So that's the problem that people have. Is that and it's only for Doom Eternal's battle mode multiplayer game mode, which is that the 1v2 mode?
Yeah, the mode that no one plays anymore. Great job, fuckers. Yeah, where you can be the Doom guy or the monsters.
Like it's not the here's my I think people kind of overreact to this just a little bit. I mean, the reaction is
people, of course.
I mean, it is definitely a problem that you have to install this regardless of if you're ever going to touch multiplayer or even that single fucking mode, that you have to install this thing and it just runs on your system regardless. Like that's a problem.
Also, what Valorant does is way worse.
Yeah, Valorant it runs at all times, right?
Yeah, they install a driver and it checks the driver and all that stuff. And what Valorant does is basically just watching your PC. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, like Irdetto or Irdito, whatever, however the Denuvo guys, they say that they try to quell people's fears by saying
they are the enemy.
They say that. Let's see. When you uninstall your game, all previously installed anti-cheat files are removed. But if you're on Bethesda.net, you need to manually uninstall Denuvo Anti-Cheat.
which pisses me off that you got to go through all these hoops. Like that's ridiculous.
When your game starts, anti-cheat starts automatically.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Why is this still a problem on PC in the year of 2020?
It's a problem because they don't want to try to find better solutions other than just doing this wide fucking swath of, you know, they would rather do this than try to actually find better alternatives to stop cheating. And for a
It's
game
because
mode,
this is cheaper and it doesn't affect sales really. The average consumer is not going to know about this.
Right.
yeah.
Only the super people that care.
Especially since they've already made their money. Like they can
Yeah.
sell you the game and then put this in after they've already made their money, and then there's nothing you can do about it.
You know what else is egregious? They put this on the trailer. I watched the trailer and they were like, anti-cheat enabled now. It's like, oh boy, gonna buy that game now. Like they put it as a sales point in their update trailer.
They said although anti-cheat starts with the game, actual monitoring only happens during multiplayer matches.
Fuck off. Is
Is a
there
GD
rampant cheating in Doom Eternals online?
rampant cheating in Doom Eternals online in one specific mode?
Yeah, is there
Probably,
rampant?
probably not. If it's only looking at that one mode, there's several modes in the game, and it's only active in one, the battle mode.
Right.
So I don't know why I need. My problem is I need to install this thing and it needs to run and fuck me up just because of this one mode that I'm never gonna touch.
Well, you're gonna touch it once and go, okay, that's cool, and then never again.
Like they should work on trying to stop actual cheaters, not fuck everyone over just because this one fucking mode might have some cheaters in it.
But also, they already lost when they shipped the game without Denuvo and everyone got to play for free.
Yeah.
They already lost.
You're saying, unlike other anti-cheat solutions, our anti-cheat solution does not take screenshots, scan your file system, or stream shellcode from the internet. We collect information on how the OS interacts with the game and send the Amazon to Amazon-hosted servers for cheat detection.
Oh my god. Now Amazon knows everything. Okay, cool. That does not make me feel good.
No. Well, especially
No.
since they tried to fucking sneaky snake it into the game. Like, if they were upfront about it, it would be. If they were upfront about it, it would have been different, I think. But since they tried to fucking force it down people's throats and not tell anyone about it, they're getting review bombed like fuck on Steam and Metacritic. There's a graph
That's
going around.
stupid.
Let me see if I can find this graph. There's a graph going around that people like to show of like the game's ratings before that date, and then the game ratings after, and you can just see there's a fucking sharp.
It's a
But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's still an 88 on Metacritic. Here it is. Yeah, it went from 69 negative on May 14th to 1,260 negative the next day. And then 1,496 negative the next day. So people are just dumping on it now, and you can see just the reviews, just thumbs down all over the place.
Yeah, but that's what PC people did. Remember the whole Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer quick match thing?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Remember when that came out and it didn't have any loobies? Remember lobbies? Remember games had lobbies?
What is a lobby?
It's where you go in, get your head smashed in every game, and then you cry.
Um, I don't know. I like a good matchmaking system. Like I'm not gonna sit here and go like, oh fucking
It just reminds me of that with Call of Duty. People are like, I'm giving this game a 0 because it has matchmaking instead of lobbies. And then they bought it and they're playing it with matchmaking, and it's like, oh, we have matchmaking for years on console. We're not crying about it over here, but here you are crying about it.
yeah. So if you're playing Doom Eternal on PC, just know that it's got that shit installed on your system
Well, if you
now.
if
So
you bought if you bought Doom Eternal on PC, you deserve what you get.
weren't
Hey,
you
fuck
just
you.
saying? Weren't you just saying? Well, I should have got it on PC.
I know, for
No,
real.
if you bought the game and this is the thing that broke the camel's back, how about you don't play it? I mean, it's
Yeah.
Bethesda. These days they're in the business of fucking you.
I don't know what Bethesda's like thinking nowadays, man. Like this game launched with so much goodwill, uh, and then it's just been fucking sharply declining. Like even that whole thing with the soundtrack,
Right.
like fucking, it just seems like they're just trying to ruin every good thing they've done, however
I'm
small. They're just trying to
I'm
fucking.
not here to say that the Denuvo stuff is good. It's bad. It's just review bombing a game because of it after the fact. It's not going to change it.
It might. I mean, well, who knows if Bethesda even fucking cares? Like I said, they already got their money, so
I mean, they're not going to go like, guess what, everyone? We listened to you all. We removed Denuvo. It's like it's not happening. We removed the anti-cheat. I mean, this will just
but it
deter
just
people not to get
yeah,
that mode.
it warns other people that like, hey, this since Bethesda didn't tell you we will, this game's got this shit in it, so you might not want to do it. So
And that mode's not even good. But people really
yeah,
want Snap Map.
yeah, I would
Also,
rather some snap map.
the big thing about Denuvo is it runs on your computer very badly. Doesn't it slow down your computer immensely?
That's anti tamper, but yes, that is what it does. It doesn't fuck up your computer. It fucks up the game itself.
Right, it
Um,
makes the game slower.
yeah,
Like we heard, like Sonic Mania and other games like that just runs
yeah.
worse.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that's
Um,
why I stay away from it because it just runs worse. Also, you have that running on top of Steam, running the Uplay launcher, and it's just a mess. I hate that. I hate when you buy a Ubisoft game and it has to run the Uplay launcher at the same time. It's like, why do I have to have 3 launchers to run your game? Fuck.
yeah, PC's a mess, dude. I don't know why these people are just like locked into Steam like this almighty thing, but there's definitely alternatives. Like GOG is pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, dude. I love GOG.
It's I don't wanna make it sound like it's I hate the idea that I wanna buy a game and I want it to work. If your cheat stuff makes the game not work, I don't want it.
Yep, I hear you.
It's like, "Hey, it's for your protection," but you made the game worse.
Yeah. So Denuvo Anti-Cheat, it's in Doom now, so just be aware of that. Um, Today, this happened today actually. 2K Games announced Mafia Trilogy.
Yeah, that's been in the rumor mill.
Been a rumor. I think they tweeted out just a one-word tweet after like a couple years that just said family. So People were expecting an announcement of some sort, and yeah, here it is. They revealed today that a definitive collection of all three Mafia games, with the original Mafia game being completely remade and overhauled, rebuilt from the ground up by Hangar 13, it's a faithful but expanded 4K and HDR ready remake that not only makes dramatic improvements to the original's visuals and gameplay, but also builds upon award-winning narrative and adds new features like motorcycles and collectibles to the 1930s city of Lost Heaven. Um, so you can pre-order the full thing now and get those first. So Mafia 2 and Mafia 3 Definitive are out right now. If you already own those games, you have them. They're just given to you for free.
Wonder.
Oh, that's
On Steam?
awesome.
Yeah, on Steam, Mafia 2 is only on Steam, so you get the Steam version. Mafia 3, if you have it on Steam, PS4, Xbox One, you're upgraded for free.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That
that's
is
how you
fucking
do it.
awesome. That's the way to do it, man. I
Bioshock did
wish
that.
Bioshock did do that, but you know it didn't do that. Fucking Dark Souls, and that pissed a lot of people off.
Well, they wanted your money, and Dark Souls people would bought that game anyway.
Yeah.
This is fucking cool to see, though. And not only they're going back remastering those games,
You know who else did
but they're
that?
letting you upgrade for free.
You know what other 2K game did that?
What game?
Borderlands.
Did Borderlands do that?
Yes, Borderlands upgraded you to the the enhanced edition for
Yeah.
absolutely nothing.
You know who else did that? Skyrim.
No, it didn't.
I was gonna say if you said Skyrim,
You had to own everything else, and then they gave it you that. They didn't just say,
Yeah.
"Hi, you have everything," and just go like, "Oh, you own this game? Here you go." You're like, you had to buy their DLC bullshit.
But if you already had it all, it would give it to you, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
Anyway.
but there was a buy for it.
anyway, I think we all agree it's fucking awesome that they're doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I've been told, I haven't played, but the first Mafia didn't age too well, so it's cool to see them going back to it.
Reworking it.
Yeah, reworking on top of remastering the other two games and giving those for free if you already own them. That's really cool to see.
Yeah.
I'm excited. 2K gets a thumbs up for me. Not just I've never played the Mafia games, but now I might, because this is just good business here. This is very pro-consumer, and I dig it.
I only played a little bit of Mafia 3, and it was pretty fucking cool, but I don't remember why I didn't finish it. I think I had like performance issues, I think.
I heard it had a ton of performance issues when it dropped. I wanted to pick up Mafia 3 when I saw that mission where you get to like just light up a bunch of fucking KKK members during a rally.
Yeah.
Like that part made me want to go pick it up.
So that first game is not going to be out for a while. That comes out on August 28th.
Oof, it is going to be a minute.
So
I mean, it makes sense though. They're completely overhauling the game. I doubt that they're going to be using any original source code. It sounds like they're doing it from the ground up.
Yeah. So I've never played those first two, so I'll be excited to jump in from the beginning.
I haven't played any of them, so now's a great time for me to jump in from the beginning.
Yeah.
That does sound like a good game, though.
Yeah, dude, I'm all for it. They get a thumbs up from me.
And then we already talked about PSO2.
Yes, we did, and I'm gonna pick it up. And if it's not as good as you say it is, I'm gonna be mad.
Well, just know that I like bad games, so.
All right.
They just call it Mafia on Steam. They just call it Mafia 2 Classic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they probably renamed it.
Yeah. Definitely have Mafia 2. I think that's the only game I have. So I was checking my list to see if I had Mafia or not. I'm like, I think I have one of them. 2014 Mafia. Did they say when that remaster's coming out?
August 28th.
So we're not getting it. I thought we were getting it right now. So the answer
Mafia 2 we're getting.
Yeah, the first two
got today.
2 and
Yeah, I think
3.
Mafia 2 is out already.
Yeah.
Because it didn't show up in my Steam list.
I'm looking at the page here on Steam, and it says it dropped today, May 19th.
Right, pre-purchased now, but I don't see it in my list at all. I'm sure it's coming.
Side note: I know this wasn't in the show notes, but I just realized this before we started. We talked last week that Evo's going purely online,
Yep, and it's gone.
Raven, not Raven, sorry, Wasabi made a reference of how Smash Brothers is going to work because it has notoriously awful online. Turns out it's not going to work because it's not fucking coming out on Evo.
Good.
It was completely removed from their bracket.
Smart move for everyone.
I completely agree.
But man, I would have loved to see that though.
It would have been horrible, and everyone would hate them.
It would have been absolutely hilarious to see, just because, fighting game fans, especially people who like go to Evo and watch Evo, take it very seriously. And I'm sure doing this online is going to cause some like debate on like who really deserves to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like that year. God damn it, what was it? It was that year Darkside Phil competed. I think it was Street Fighter 2, and they were using some like fucking jank port in like some Street Fighter collection, and most competitors boycotted it on principle. So most people don't even like respect that win Darkside Phil took, because he took like third place that year.
What
So
about
most
when
people, don't even like respect it.
Lupe Fiasco beat Daigo?
Wait, did I hear Darkside Phil?
Yeah.
Oh, asshole!
I've been talking about him.
Best streak.
A lot of people don't respect that, and same with the Lupe Fiasco like incident. A lot of people don't respect that either.
No,
Even
I
though
think
it
the difference
happened,
of those games was
quote-unquote.
they were that game wasn't arcades and all that stuff. It was like, oh, I was the third place Street Fighter on a broken thing. And it's like, great for you, good for you.
Exactly, and that's why, like, I can see that whole thing happening too.
Here's the problem. I don't know how much Smash Brothers Online have you played, but even in best circumstances, that game is bullshit. Like, there's no rollback, there's no anything. Like, once you're caught in lag, you're caught in lag. Like,
Exactly, and that's why I think a lot of people, like, no matter how it turns out, I'm calling it now. We're gonna have a pocket of people who aren't gonna respect the winning bracket.
yeah.
That championship, I feel like we're gonna have a lot of people who aren't gonna respect it purely based on.
I mean, there's games out there that have very good online. Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter to an extent. Smash Brothers is not one of them.
Oh no, it's absolute dog shit. That's why I'm both like, I'm happy it's not in because it keeps that competitive spirit there, but I'm also disappointed because that shit show would have been fucking great, dude.
Also, to go even deeper, that game has a 12 frame lag. You're like, why does that matter? You know, you have to really think about your moveset 12 frames before it happens. 12
Yeah,
frames.
it's awful. That's why it's like it's shitty to see, because that's why I was saying it's great for a competitive reason. It's not going to be a competitive game if it's not running well.
And it doesn't.
Yeah, but also would have been really, really fun just to watch that shit show play out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trying to play Smash Brothers Ultimate online competitively. Oh god, dude, that would have been. Oh god, that would have been awful to see.
it's the other reasons why you don't see Splatoon 2 online tournaments, because its online ping is so low.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't register as fast, and that's another problem. It's just this game wasn't built for online, and they won't do rollback, and they won't put GGPO in it, and it's just
Yeah.
like there's things you can do, like I like when Mortal Kombat did the connection thing where you can see if it's on Wi-Fi or wired. Like, I think every fighting game thing should do a small little speed test and see where your internet matches up and match those people up to that. Some do, but I feel like it's not even that. It's a disaster. Sorry, Darkseid Phil's an asshole.
I wanted to sneak this in here.
I also want to sneak this in here to say that everyone's like, he didn't do anything at the moment. That's the point. He's boring. People come to the boring stream and hope for salt. He's an old man that needs to go away. Doesn't have it in him anymore. Detractors, leave him alone.
Okay, that was DSP hour.
He ain't Mike Tyson. He ain't coming back and fucking people up.
I wanted to sneak this in here. These guys been working on a Grand Theft Auto 5 graphics mod for some time.
Beautiful. What the fuck?
But the trailer, like, fuck, like how the graphics mod looks. The trailer they put out for this fucking thing is the best trailer I've ever seen in my life for anything.
Really?
I'm dead. I'm dead fucking serious. Like, it is the best trailer I've ever seen. Like, I don't know who they got to make this trailer, but like, it's incredible. Like, damn, the graphics. The trailer is fucking on point.
Holy shit! Is this all running on like in-game assets?
Yeah, well, it's their mod plus like whatever they used to make this fucking trailer. Whoever edited this shit, like, needs a job at Rockstar, like ASAP.
Holy shit!
But
and this is all in-game stuff, right?
Yeah, all in-game. I'm assuming.
Is this ray traced?
Yeah, they added ray tracing. They added all kinds of shit, man.
That is impressive.
That's what it's gonna. They're probably gonna work on this on next gen. Also, Grand Theft Auto runs on toasters.
Yeah, it'll run on almost anything. That game scales pretty damn well.
What's crazy with this is that the trailer, like, fuck, like how good the graphics look, because it does look impressive, but the editing on here is all using in-game assets. This is all using some sort of like in-game recorder.
Oh my god, that immersive lighting is just next gen.
God damn.
Well, I don't know what they use to record this thing, but I don't know if like there's in-game video tools. I mean, there are. I'm sure there are, but I don't like.
That just shows that Rage Engine is very scalable to beyond.
Yeah.
Like, this looks almost Grand Theft Auto 6 levels of wow. Yeah, this looks good.
Even then, just like the trailer itself, like that put it together. That's your.
I mean, some of it still looks a little rough in my opinion, but it does look very good.
Like I don't see any roughness at all.
Yeah, I don't see this. I see no flaws.
Trees look a little fucked if you ask me, but everything else looks very good.
This legit looks like something Rockstar put out. Like if Rockstar put out like a GTA 5 PC update, I totally believe this would be the trailer that they
like PC. Oh, now available in early access. You can put this in early access.
Yeah, it's on their Patreon. But I just wanted to show that like that trailer was fucking impressive as fuck.
That is shit. That is cool as hell. I'm into it, man.
It's nice to see what graphics can be.
Yeah.
It's nice to see how ray tracing, when we came out, people were like, oh, ray tracing, it's not going to do anything. But when you see that, yeah, this looks better than what it did.
Game releases.
Yeah, Wonderful 101. It's out now. Go not buy it or buy it.
Wonderful 101 remastered, PC, Switch, PS4.
Not for Xbox.
Not for Xbox.
So Golf with Friends came out today, right?
Yes, for PC, Switch, PS4, Xbone.
How dare that game come out on anything but iPhone?
It's a mini golf game.
Yeah, it's on the Apple Arcade. It's fun. It's really fun.
What's the difference between mini golf and miniature golf?
It was the same thing.
No, it's not.
Someone gets upset when you interchange those.
It's not. Mini golf doesn't have weird bullshit around it. One of them don't have bullshit, and one of them's just holes.
Okay, this game has bullshit then. So what does that make
Yeah.
it?
Golf, I guess. Also, it's not just. Also, it's not just golf. You're fucking launching things. Not just golf balls. You're launching soccer balls, your own fucking club, other shit into things.
No,
It's not
you're thinking of that other game, that iPhone game. This is
what the
not
golf.
that. That's what the golf. This is not that. This is this is miniature golf with 12 players.
The trailer says it's mini golf.
Mini golf. Well, there you go. It's mini golf. It's 12-player mini golf.
Okay,
I
well, the golf
don't
is
have
miniature
time to look
golf.
this up right now, but I'm googling this and I'm coming back next week with the fucking definition between the two.
I just know that I just know one thing, that in Codenames Kids Next Door, number 2 got in a fight with a guy, and all he could say it's mini golf, and then he swung the thing and lost. So mini golf is the stuff with windmills and alligators and other bullshit.
Yeah, that's what this is. So it's a lot of fun. I have it on PC. I've only played it once.
And miniature golf doesn't have any of that shit. It's just mini
Not
golf.
fun then. So it's not fun then, is what you're saying.
It doesn't have any of that shit.
So yeah, those are both out today. Tomorrow, Cannibal Cuisine on PC and Switch.
Which I was watching it. It looks like a fun little like party game.
Party
type of deal.
Who wants
Just
to party?
like
Is it with zombies? Do you eat people?
it's like a, what is it, like a Mario Party or something?
I mean, kind of. It looks kind of like that. What was that game? Or where you're prepping food and all these weird like situations. It was called Order Up or something.
Overcooked.
Overcooked. It looks kind of like that, but like with cannibals, where you're like killing people and then prepping the food and feeding it to like.
Oh sure, yeah, yeah, okay, definitely.
Like it looks like fun. Like it looks like fun. It might be like a fun little party game.
You really are murdering people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like a North Korea simulator game.
Oh my god. I don't think North Korea eats people, but okay.
I mean, holy shit, you're murdering people and turn them into steak and then feeding it to the dude.
Yeah, like it looks interesting, and I guess if you played like Overcooked to death, this might be like a fun little thing to pick up.
I think I want to eat people.
And let's say the big gimmick is they can fight back and you can die. Like it looks like fun. Don't get me wrong. It looks cool.
Yeah.
I just don't think these motherfuckers actually ate people in their lives, so they have no idea how the people don't turn into fucking steakies.
I mean, it's a game. I know I keep using that as an excuse, but like I don't think it's supposed to be realistic.
Yeah, but you know they're making killing people fun, and they're like, hey, look, there's people in bikinis getting murdered, and it's like you want to murder someone in a bikini? Wouldn't you just want to threaten them?
Biped.
Making killing people fun forever.
I mean, I would kill all the guys because, well, they're guys. But would you want to kill a person with a bikini on?
I mean, really think that video game if it was fun.
Would you kill a guy and turn him into steak? Would you kill a girl who's had a bikini? Really think about it. If you wore a lederhosen all day, all night.
What's the next game that's coming out? Biped?
Biped comes out on Switch on Thursday.
Biped?
It looks like not Biped. Biped.
Biped.
It looks like you're controlling a little robot. It looks like one of those like Octodad games where the controls might be really bad.
It looks like it, but from the trailer I'm seeing, it looks a little bit more dynamic than that. Like they're doing some pretty cool shit, and it looks like a multiplayer game. So that might
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
fun.
it looks
fun
very
play
cutesy.
game.
Something that you would play with your girlfriend or wifey. It looks like a game that would end in sex. I approve.
Oh my god. I wish it was that easy.
I
Oh yeah, it
mean,
looks pretty good.
That
yeah,
looks like fun.
yeah. I'll get lucky if I had someone to play with.
And then what else do we have coming out? The Persistence.
I'm very persistent. How dare you?
That's coming out for PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. Also coming out the same day, May 21st, as Biped. Persistence looks interesting. It's like an FPS, like horror, survival horror game. It came out on, looks like it's coming on PSVR too, so that'll be cool to check out if you have a VR.
Yeah, let's look that way.
It looks interesting, but nothing really stands out about that makes me go, "Oh, I need to pick this up." But it looks pretty interesting, like Dead Space.
VR, it does look very VR-ish.
Yeah, like on Switch, it'd be kind of weird. It looks like if straight up looks like it was built for VR and you're playing with a controller.
Oh wow, you get like a nail gun. It does that thing. It does that thing where you get like a nail gun and you shoot someone and they like fly off and get stuck to the wall or the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like it looks interesting. I wouldn't pick it up though. Like it doesn't look like my. I love survival horror games. It doesn't look like my kind of game really.
Yeah.
It doesn't look as polished
It
as like
looks
most.
bad. The enemy AI looks so bad. Oh my god.
It does look awful.
Like not to shit on this game. I mean, it looks, the assets look
I'm
pretty
sure there's.
quality.
Yeah, I think there's an audience for it, but it doesn't have that like polish I expect from like a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What else we got? We got Maneater coming out the day after,
Yeah, Maneater.
which I know nothing about because I didn't look up this game at all.
Yeah.
But from what it looks like, from what I did see, the little bit I saw before today was the it looked kind of like that Jaws Unleashed game that came out on like the OG
Oh,
Xbox
yeah.
forever ago. You remember that?
That was a
Okay.
bad game.
Yeah, well, this looks okay though.
Yeah, this looks like
He just
crazy. I
burned
love that you can
a fucking
mutate and
shark. He
you can do all kinds of shit. You can like mutate the shark and it looks like an arcade style game, so that's got me excited. I love games like reward me for playing better.
This game looks
Like it looks like fun. I think I'd enjoy this.
absolutely. You can. I mean, I'm surprised this is not a Jaws game.
I am extremely surprised it's not a Jaws game, but I mean it's too crazy to be Jaws because it's open world. You can
Yeah,
mutate the shark to do all kinds of weird shit.
They could call it the Revenge of Jaws. Now, it Maneater. Except for every time I think of it, I keep thinking about that. And it's made by Tripwire.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have that Nelly Furtado song in it, instant not buy. It doesn't have. It's a Maneater. Cause it work.
I
Cause
was
or that.
thinking Hall and Oates, but
Yeah, that one too.
you can go
If it
there
doesn't have
too.
the whole, yeah, yeah, just it needs to be there. Those two songs need to be in there. Instant buy. If they're not in there, like there just needs, or when you've completed a level, just go. He's a man eater.
I don't understand what's happening in this game though. He's like biting like seals and shit, and then like tail whipping them.
The only
Yeah, the game
problem,
looks fucking insane, but like I'm into it, dude. I would
only
play this.
problem, it seems like it's just enough guys dying to it. It's like there needs to be more. There's not enough dude death. Come on.
What's up with you killing dudes, man?
There's too many. We need to depopulate the simps in the world. They go swimming, and then they're gone.
I don't think you're gonna find most simps swimming in the ocean.
I know they should. It's where the sharks are to get eaten.
That's Maneater. There's also Monstrum coming out for Switch, PS4, and Xbone.
Oh
Yes,
god.
which looks interesting because I've heard of this game years ago when it was on PC early access, and now it's coming. It's making its console debut. It's like a horror, like escape game. You know, kind of like the those kind of word like the Slender Man, like 8 pages types of games where the objective is to avoid a monster, find these unique things, put them together, and then escape. But the big gimmick is that it's randomly generated. There are different monsters that can show up. There's different scenarios you can take on, whether you're escaping from like a tanker, or I think there's one that was like in a hospital or something. I might be making that up though. But it looks interesting. I haven't seen it since the early access
It
debut.
looks it looks like an early PS2 game.
Yeah, the game's not pretty. But
I'm
I
not
can
saying that's a
see
bad thing if they're going for an aesthetic. It's just like, wow, this game looks
it's not a
this looks
pretty
like
game.
it
It's
looks
not a
like
pretty.
maybe early 360, maybe early Xbox, maybe.
Yeah.
It's not a pretty game. And the thing that's got me a little fucked up with it is that this game was in early access like back in 2015, 2016. You know, when these jump scare, you can't fight back, you got to run away style horror games were at their
I
most
hate
popular.
those.
Well, that was when it was at its most popular. And now with games like, the Resident Evil 2 games,
Oh,
or the
I got a
Resident
phone
Evil
call.
2 and 3 remake, the Resident Evil 7 game, where they're kind of shifting this focus on survival horror. I don't think there's room for a game like Monstrum anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the best one of these I played was Soma. But that game was like doing like a lot of cool shit differently. Like the story was like a huge focus in that game.
Yeah, and that's one thing I heard with Soma is like the story's the main focus of it. Like you're not playing it to like be scared. You're playing it to see what happens next.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, sorry to interrupt you guys, but I have to go in 6 minutes. I'll be right back. Someone's delivering a cake.
Oh Jesus! Okay, enjoy your
Okay.
cake.
I, I know you're like, what? I just think it was, live in Atlantic City, man. People deliver cakes, knock on your door for phones. Fit girls send you fucking codes through the mail. It's great.
All right, man.
So I love you all, and that's it.
No,
I'll
that's all
probably
right.
be back in a tiny
That's all right.
because there was something I wanted to talk about at the end, but I don't think we're gonna get there.
That's all right. We'll get there if we can get there. But where was I? Yeah, I don't think there's room for a game like Monstrum now in the current gaming climate.
Yeah. Well, it'll probably be, I don't know what the price on that is going to be, but hopefully it's like cheap.
Let's find out. Monstrum PS4. It's got to be up for pre-order now, right?
I would assume so. Well, if it's already on PC, it probably
$30.
$30.
$30.
Okay. And then it's also on Switch, so it'll probably be like 60 there.
Probably 40.
Um,
like, like I can see the appeal of these games. I know someone who loves these styles of like horror games where you can't fight back, you have to hide or distract the monster. I
yeah.
get the appeal there, but
There was
to
one called
me,
Run Like Hell on PS2.
I remember that game. I thought you could fight back though in that one.
I think you could, but you wouldn't want to. It was like they let you do it, but you really couldn't do shit.
Yeah, you can fight back, but I think there are some monsters that like you couldn't. You just had to run away from.
Yeah.
But to me, like I grew up, my survival horror games were games like Resident Evil. So I think like
We're good.
managing your resources is a part of that experience. You know what I mean?
Resource management's definitely part of it.
Exactly. Like not just being able to fight back. I'm not going to say like, oh, I need to kill shit in a game for it to be fun. No. But I think like knowing you can fight back, but having to manage the resources to do so, counting your bullets out, making sure it doesn't break, making sure you have the right equipment with you. Like that's part of the experience for me, at least.
No, I agree.
And to lose that, I feel like a part of the fun goes with it. I mean, I could see the appeal though. I know a lot of people like these styles of horror games.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't like them, but
I'm all about the Firewatch way of like just walk me through it. I don't want to run away from the thing, or was it Outlast? Get a camera and film all the crazies.
oh god, Outlast is the most annoying one because like, where's the tension if you just die and you spawn back and you just gotta replay the scene over again? You know what I mean?
It had scary
Yeah.
moments.
Like how is that scary? Like the jump scares and stuff are scary. The dudes there threatening to like rape you and kill you are scary, but
The only
like, once
good
you die, it's like okay, cool, let's try again.
the only good horror game I've ever played was, I don't want to say the only good one, but like there's two. There's only two of them that I really enjoyed,
All right.
which was PT, which isn't even a fucking game, but like the shit that shit was doing was like incredible. Like just the sound design, the sound design alone in that game was just like it was mind boggling how that game sounded.
Yeah, and I agree because like it took that like horror house like simulator thing these games are doing, but it knows it's a game, so it does all this crazy shit.
Yeah. Plus, what made it so effective? What made it so effective was like the loop. Like you would get used to that same L-shaped corridor. Every time you went through it, you were like, oh, okay, I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. It's the same every time. But then they would change like one insignificant thing. They would change so slightly, and then that would be enough to just put you on edge, like just enough. Like it was genius the way they did that.
Yeah, and it was great. And the game didn't require you to like run away from monsters or like hide behind like a door or something or like throw something distracted. It's just you walk through the game and it scares the shit out of you.
Yeah, and
like,
there's
I agree. It was a great experience.
The other one that did it for me was Layers of Fear,
which was inspired by PT.
Yeah, well, no, I think Layers of Fear came before PT.
Yeah, Layers of Fear was very good.
But that game, that was another one that kind of, like, you couldn't tell what exactly was, like, I streamed it and they kept telling me, like, oh, it adapts to what you, it had some way of telling what you were scared of, I guess. Like, if it showed something and you just, I guess, like, didn't look at it or something like that, it would put more of it in front of you.
Get the fuck out of here, really?
I think that's what it was. It was weird. Like it transformed based on what it thought you were scared of. So like mine, it kept like popping up. Like this baby kept popping up. Certain pictures kept popping up, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on in this game?" Like I don't know. It just felt like it was transforming based on how I was playing.
Because it was.
See, I avoided Layers of Fear because it reminded me of like those other like Outlast style games.
No, there's no monsters in it. You're never running away from anything. You're never in combat. It's just weird shit is just happening, and you're just scared of something popping out. You're always scared of something popping out, but nothing ever does. Maybe that's a spoiler.
Also, number 3 should be Arkham or the Batmobile one. That scared the shit out of me. Number 3, Batmobile. Scariest game ever.
Arkham Knight?
Yeah, Arkham Knight is scary fucking shit.
Is this a bit or you have
No, man. The way the end of that game is fucked. Like literally there's statues and they spawn statues and you're like, I am not safe here. I'm not. And then
I will admit there are like some things in Arkham Knight.
Yeah, he comes
out. A minor spoiler. In Arkham Asylum, Joker dies, and in Arkham Knight, you're suffering from the fear toxin. So Joker shows up randomly throughout the game during cutscenes. He'll be like talking to you while people. But the thing is, he doesn't just show up in cutscenes. He shows up in actual fucking gameplay.
Right.
Like you'll be exploring the city. And you'll climb up like a building. When you reach the top of the building, he's sitting there waiting for you. And you're in control the whole time. He's like talking to you, like, why are you still doing this? You know, you still see him, you're going crazy. And it's fucking nuts because, like, when you turn away from him and you go back, he's gone. And it happens randomly throughout the game. And it's not during scripted scenes. Like, I was running around just exploring, and he would show up and, like, talk shit to you. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, that was probably my favorite thing about Arkham Knight. Everything else about the game is okay, but that part's awesome.
All the Batmobiles.
Yeah, the Batmobile kind of sucks.
It going.
I mean, it doesn't suck, but like
crazy.
It's like almost half of the game is like Batmobile segments, and the Batmobile's not good enough to be in like half of the game.
Yeah.
Or it going up the fucking building was nuts. Like what?
Yeah, it's just I didn't like it. I think the Batmobile section should have been cut down a little bit.
Right.
But what else we got?
Saints Row the Third Remastered comes out on Friday for PC, PS4, Xbox One.
You know, it's going to be a free upgrade for people who already have Saints Row the Third.
Probably not.
I don't know.
Because I already have Saints Row the Third on PC. I don't know if they're going to be nice enough to like just give me the remaster. Probably not.
I'd play this game again though. It's not terrible.
I like Saints Row the Third. Honestly, like the Saints Row games have a special place in my heart because of how ridiculous they are.
Those games have cheats in them, so you can just go in there like it's 1985 and beat and just have insane cheat codes.
Like those games are just they're stupid fun. They're trying to be fun and dumb, and I love that. I respect that.
Yeah. Too bad Agents of Mayhem didn't do any of that right.
Yep. And a little side thing. We'll probably talk about this next week, but I had to bring it up now. I am fucking like deathly excited for Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition.
Oh, yeah. I have that on pre on Amazon. Who knows when that's going to show up?
It's coming out the 29th, so I'm excited for it. I have like a $10 gift card for Best Buy, so I'll probably go pick it up or pre-order it later today.
Also, we didn't talk about this week. The TurboGrafx Mini's coming.
Is it?
Yeah, the Turbo Mini is coming Friday. Didn't
that get pushed back because Rona?
It got pushed back, and it's back on the menu. It was pushed back indefinitely. I guess indefinitely means
May 22nd. Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah, I should be getting mine soonish.
Interesting. Oh, that's cool to know. That's really good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I probably won't pick it up. I don't think TurboGrafx games are like that great. But
I'm still muddling it. I have a $25 Amazon gift card, and I'm like, do I want to spend money on this?
I bought an NES Mini. Biggest fucking mistake of my life.
I bought an NES Mini.
Controversial opinion. Most NES games kind of suck. Like, I mean, a lot of NES games did not age well at all.
A lot of those games.
Even the original Mario Brothers like sucks compared to like the remake they did on the SNES. Like that's so much better than even the NES version of it. And I didn't think about that going in. Like most NES games are fucking awful.
Also, that TurboGrafx is so niche at that point. You don't.
Yeah. Like who's gonna play that thing?
Doesn't TurboGrafx doesn't have Bonk's Adventure? Isn't that on TurboGrafx?
How many people go, man, Bonk?
I was gonna say,
Bonk.
What Bonk's Adventure? Get out of here! I want to play Bonk's Adventure in 2020.
I load that game up sometimes and just get a little bonk action.
Sounds like a sex act, bonk action. Hey, baby, come over here and I'll bonk you silly.
Yo, let me get some bonk real quick.
Hey, baby, let me bonk at you really quick. Well, no, joking aside, Bonk's Adventure isn't a bad game, but are you going to spend $100 on a TurboGrafx Mini for Bonk's Adventure?
Is that how much it costs?
Yep.
No.
Exactly.
I can load up RetroArch and fucking.
Exactly. And like with the SNES Mini, I get it. You know, SNES games definitely aged way better than NES games. And there's some solid games on there, but for the SNES Mini, I felt like I wasted my money when I bought it. I played it like once, realized like, oh, most of these games suck donkey balls, and then never played it again. Kid Icarus still holds up though.
Kid Icarus is fucking difficult, man.
It's
It's a
difficult, but it's
hard
still
game.
fun.
Yeah.
I still think it's aged better than most NES games though. I played Kid Icarus over fucking Metroid. That fucking it's borderline unplayable with how cryptic and bad it is.
Yeah.
I know people are
See,
like, oh,
all
you gotta
those
map
games.
it out. But
Don't they come with the manuals though? Don't they come with like the manuals and what you really needed though was the Nintendo Power.
yeah, but still, like the point is that like let's go with Metroid for example. Everything looks the goddamn same because the game's so limited in its resources. Tiles are repeated. It's fucking easy to get lost. It's easy to like lose yourself.
Yeah.
It's straight like awful. Like I hate playing Metroid in the NES. Super Metroid's a fucking masterpiece.
Yes, it is.
The original
Actually,
Metroid, dog shit.
I went back to play Super Metroid too, and I got stuck. I'm stuck right now. But
It's a solid
brilliant
game.
fucking game.
Someone
Yeah.
who loves Metroid. Like I like Super Metroid. I like Metroid Fusion. I think Metroid on the NES fucking sucks ass. I played Zero Mission, and that's fucking amazing too. It's just that NES games didn't age well, and that's
Bonk.
an opinion to say that. But
Bonk.
You all bonked up now?
I am very bonked up.
How's
my
the
bonk is
cake?
It's been delivered.
What kind of cake is it?
Velveteen Dream.
Gross. Okay.
Is it like red velvet cake?
Yeah, it's red velvet cake.
Fucking hate Ro Velvet, dude.
I
Ro Velvet
fucking
sucks.
hate you. You suck. I love red velvet cake. But no,
Jeez,
red
man.
velvet cake's pretty good. You know, controversial opinion. I love carrot cake. I think carrot cake's delicious.
Carrot
Gross.
cake is very good.
I love carrot cake. I love me. People look at me like I'm crazy, but I love carrot cake.
No, you can love your carrot cake. We had really good carrot cake at Outback.
I might go pick some up then. I didn't know
Dude,
Outback
I'm-
Steakhouse had carrot cake. I love
I'm real
carrot cake.
vanilla,
I don't
dude.
know if
Like
they-
I don't fuck with I don't like icing either. Like
You don't like the main part of cake?
I don't fuck with icing. Like I scrape
This
off the icing.
motherfucker is going to hate cake. He's gonna hate
Hey,
this.
yeah, that's
You're
like
gonna hate this thing. Look at
Well,
this.
I don't really like cake in general. So like if I
you
do
more of a
cake,
pie guy?
I mean, it's in his name. He's an ice cream guy.
I like ice cream cake. if I'm gonna do cake, I'm
Duh.
gonna do an ice cream cake.
Duh.
Are you like
You
more of
know,
a pie guy?
I like pies. I can fuck with a pumpkin pie, you know, an apple pie.
So
Oh, I love me some apple pie. Apple
So
pie
I
with
don't know if
a
you
scoop
I
of
don't
ice
know if you
cream.
know this. So the reasoning why my mom bought me a cake was I had a birthday 15 days ago, and I
Yeah.
gave them my store-bought cake, and they ate my store-bought cake. So I asked them to get me another cake eventually, and here it is.
Okay.
Okay, happy birthday. How old are you now?
I am 33.
Nice.
I'm an old man.
I had no idea you're that much older than me.
I am.
How old are you, Sabi?
29.
Holy
Really?
shit. I had no
Yeah.
idea I was the youngest one here. I'm 27.
You know how
Yeah.
old Wasabi was when we met? 24.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
24. Just learning about the ways of the world.
Jesus
So,
Christ. I think I was about 24 when I met you guys.
Oh, it's fun. Nothing happens.
Tiny tyke back then.
Yeah. Tonka trucks.
Yeah.
I know. I'm excited. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I'm probably going to pre-order it after we finish this podcast.
With the Bushido. Oh, I have it already. I can't wait to play that game.
Dude, me neither. I tried playing Xenoblade Chronicles, but I think we talked about this last time. You can't fucking find it anywhere on Wii, and if you do, it's like still like $50.
Yeah, well, you could play it on 3DS if you're crazy.
You can, which I did, and it was fucking dog shit.
This will be better for everyone involved.
I'm being facetious. It wasn't that bad, but I dumped like 40, 50 hours into it on Switch.
Yeah, but that was just Nintendo just going like, hey, look how powerful the new 3DS is. We crammed the Wii game in there.
Yeah, and it's not bad, but like it's hard to play like an RPG like that on my 3DS. That's why I'm excited to have it on Switch. I can play it on my TV proper. It's going to look a lot better. It's going to run a lot better. I've tried to play it on multiple occasions, and I almost fucking bought. They even ported it to the Wii U as like a downloadable Wii title, and I almost bought it that way because it's like $20. And then when this remaster got announced, I was like, "Okay, cool. I don't have to fuck with that now. I can just buy it on Switch."
All right.
And play it the way God.
What we really need is a remaster for Skyward Sword.
Yeah, they could do it easy.
How would it work though? Because it uses
the same way.
The Wii Motion Plus controller.
They could remap those controls to sticks if they really wanted to. There's games that
stick to control like where your sword's aiming before.
With the stick.
You could just. I don't know if you would want to do that, but I don't know if that would work actually. But I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you would need those motion controls to do it, and I don't think the Joy-Cons, they have motion, but they're like pointers. They're not as accurate as the Motion Plus controllers.
No,
are they?
Yeah.
Oh, if it is,
has a gyroscope. It has the exact gyroscope in it. It's not a pointer. That's an IR sensor. That's not a pointer.
Well, if that's the case, then fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, I mean, I'm playing Wing Fit, and that thing is accurate as fuck.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I mean, if we're doing fitness bullshit with it, and I mean putting it around your fucking ankles and shit, and you know, doing Pilates with it, I think it's accurate enough to play Skyward Sword.
I don't care what anyone says. I thought Skyward Sword was a solid game. I know a lot of people shit on it, but I love Skyward Sword.
No, it's good, except for it came out at a bad time because something with S overshadowed it, and everyone fucking jizzed their pants hard enough.
What was it?
Skyrim.
Oh, that did come out the same year, didn't it?
Did that really come out that year? I don't know if that's true.
Go look it up.
I am looking this up. Actually, no. I think Skyward Sword came out like a year later, didn't it?
I remember fucking Skyrim because I was in line, not in line because I had it pre-ordered, but I saw the motherfuckers in line who were buying that game day one and then buying the strategy guide with it. Dude, I don't understand why you would buy a strategy guide for that game. Like the whole point is just not to know what's in it, to just explore and just discover things. Like
Skyrim released November 11th, 2011. Skyward Sword released in Japan November 23rd, 2011. Europe November 18th, and United States November 20th. They came out like within a week of each other.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
See, I was right. Ha ha! That game got overshadowed by the Skyrim.
A lot of people shit on it, but I think it's probably one of the better Zelda games out there. It's not as grandiose as like Ocarina of Time, but Ocarina of Time has you running through like an field.
I would disagree
iconic.
Highly. Skyward Sword is a bad game. Let's not, you know.
What?
Let's not.
Dude, I love Skyward Sword.
Let's not kid ourselves here.
Also, let's not kid ourselves. That game was to sell Wii Motion Plus.
It was
it came with it though. I'm pretty sure.
No, the controller came with it. It came with the controller.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you weren't really.
Fuck you.
Oh,
like the whole point of that game was, hey, look, Wii Motion Plus.
And it worked though. Like people complain that it didn't work. I did not see any issues with Motion Plus at all when I was playing with it. It worked fine from start to finish.
It worked. It was just fucking dumb, though. It was just dumb. Like, oh, this plant opens its mouth vertically. I guess I got to do a vertical strike on it.
It depends.
I don't know. It really trivialized a lot of the combat in that game to just
also gyro sensors and those Joy-Cons are way more accurate now.
Yeah, I remember the most accurate I remember was PS3, the Move controller at the time.
They were very accurate.
That shit was fucking. I remember playing Killzone 3 with that shit and just fucking wrecking people, man.
Oh, really?
Just fucking demolishing online. It was unfair.
Do the Killzone
With the Move controller, yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can just flick that thing anywhere you wanted and just fucking take heads, man. It was bad.
Gyroscopes wasn't a thing until iPhone 4. So you have to remember, gyroscopes wasn't. The accelerometers were around, but not actual gyroscopes.
Yeah. So, all right, what was the thing you wanted to talk about?
Controllers. So,
oh,
we talked about it earlier, and so I play a lot of Fortnite.
yeah,
Yes.
you love that game.
I do. I play a lot of Fortnite. I'm now playing it on PC like everyone else. So I had to get my balls up and my nuts up. I'm like, all right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna play on PC from now on.
When you gonna
We're gonna.
invite me? You never fucking invite me.
Oh, you can join us probably in an hour or so after this, and we're gonna play Fortnite on PC. So I've been playing with a controller, and
here we go.
I got 17 kills with the thing, and I'm like, either everyone sucks or I'm really good. So does everyone
Well, it
suck?
matches you with controller users. It doesn't. If you use a controller, it tries to match you with other controllers.
Well, they're matching me with other controllers.
That's what it
And they
does. The
must.
Call of Duty thing.
Well, I still get maxed up with mouse and keyboard people with Call of Duty, and it knows better. Those guys are assholes. I see a mouse and I yell at them, going like, "A-hole!" You know what else? You know what else you can do with Call of Duty? You can hook up a mouse and keyboard on the PS4.
Speaking of Call
Yeah.
of Duty, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Black Ops 3 is on sale right now.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, you can get Black Ops 3. Oh, never mind. It's not on sale anymore. You can get Black Ops 3 in the Zombie Chronicles edition for like $30, but it's not on sale anymore.
Gross.
That was a different game though. That was Black Ops 2. Yeah. That Chronicles one was different.
I like the zombie modes of it. Like that'd be the only reason why I would play Black Ops is for zombies.
Gross, dude. What's wrong with you?
I think they're fun, dude. There you go. That's a bad game I like. Call of Duty Zombies.
Valid.
But also, they're saying the Fortnite pros are moving the controller. Is this? I mean, is the death of mouse and keyboard happening? What is happening?
Okay, just because one game is moving to controllers, because a couple of professionals in one game want to move to controller, doesn't mean keyboard's dead.
I mean, I thought PC was the land of mouse and keyboard warriors that would die clutching to it.
Is there a reason for the controller use?
Yeah. Is it better than keyboard somehow?
I don't know. It's just
I use a controller just because, like I said before, I don't have a lot of the keys that are required for that game, so I kind of have to use a controller.
I mean, I feel like if you had WSD and then you're moving the mouse around, like my problem with it is that the movement of the sticks, like I get the accuracy of a mouse. I get it. Like, cool. I get a mouse is 4 times more accurate than a stick, Sometimes you line up your shot and it's just not accurate enough. Like, I get that point. It's just so weird that pros are like, yeah, we're gonna move the amount to controllers, and why are they not being set on fire?
Who's doing is Ninja doing that?
No, no. Ninja will die with mouse and keyboard. That's who he is. He
Well,
made his bones on Halo though, so who fucking knows?
yeah, he could probably do it.
Hmm. But no, the probably the smaller kids probably are on or the smaller pros like the 14-year-old yuppies, they're probably on controller. One wonders.
Oh shit! So I don't know if you guys are looking at the Discord, but Hamtaro just put a
Mhm.
link to Devolver Digital's Twitter. I guess Devolver tweeted, "Gonna get serious tomorrow." So you might get Serious Sam 4 news tomorrow. That's got me all excited.
Oh my
I
god,
Devolver
dude!
don't
Digital.
like Serious Sam.
No, I love Serious Sam. I didn't get into it until I got that collection on. They have this like collection on Steam
Yeah,
where it's like it's all the games in one package, and you can load up the first game and play all the way straight through every single
yeah,
game. It has like mod support, so I downloaded a bunch of mods and like a shitload of weapons and shit. It's like fucking good, man. And I guess yeah,
dude, I
I
fucking love some Serious Sam. Serious Sam 3's, it's okay, but Serious Sam 1, Serious Sam 2 is like okay too. But the point is, I love me some Serious Sam.
There are these old school games that you can really sink your teeth into.
Oh yeah,
yeah I like old school shooters too, like
dude,
Duke Nukem
same,
3D, Shadow Warrior, Blood.
dude, same,
Doom
same.
64,
Not that one.
uh, Forsaken 64,
No, not so much.
Descent.
Descent 64.
Hmm.
The first time I played StarCraft was on N64.
Yeah, like everyone else, and Brute whatever. Oh yeah. Well, didn't they put out? Didn't Blizzard put out Star something? Warcraft 3 or something on N64.
I don't think so. I think it was
think
just
so.
StarCraft.
Jinx.
StarCraft.
I've never played StarCraft. I know I should, but I don't. I'm not a big fan of RTSs.
Also, I
Neither am
really
I.
like playing. Also, playing games with literally the field of view at Epic or whatever the most thing is fucking great. Fucking shooting
Um,
people at 300 miles meters away is
well, the
fantastic.
thing is, you're supposed to size your FOV based on the size of your screen and how close to it you sit. That's why console games usually have low FOVs because you sit further away, but you have a bigger screen. And that's why PC games usually have higher FOV because you sit closer when it's a smaller screen.
I'm way closer.
Yeah, the closer you sit, you usually have a higher FOV.
Yeah,
So like 100 and like 120.
Yeah, I keep mine at like 103.
Yeah, I keep mine around 100.
yeah, same. I'm usually close to around 90 to 100, depending on the game.
But that's the thing about when Halo, like now that's on PC, you can set that FOV to 100, and that feels right.
Yup.
Like that,
I hate when games they don't tell you what the value is. They just give you a fucking slider, and it's
I
like, what the fuck does this
fucking
mean?
hate
What is
that.
this
I
like?
hate that. And I wouldn't mind it if like it showed you what it did like in real time, but you gotta wait. You gotta fucking save it and
Yeah.
then and look at it and be like, nope, that's not right. Then fucking edit it some more. I hate that shit. I
So
hate it.
usually with those I just crank it all the way up and just be like, okay, whatever.
I mean, I have a 60 frame television, so I already set things to 4K, 60 frames to whatever, set shadows down to like medium, fuck shadows, blur off, that kind of shit.
I usually just use whatever settings it comes with. I mean, the auto detect settings are usually pretty good for me.
Seem all right. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like I like, Fortnite runs very. I know it runs very well on PC, but I just being, playing a few PC games like Halo and other things, like you appreciate a good FOV, you appreciate how clear everything is. If you got a good rig, depends on your rig and your setup. So don't go like what works for you might not work for you. But I
Yeah.
like that I can see a little clearer, and things just run nicely on my machine for some reason.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Our friend Round with Tickle Toes started a new Twitch channel for her art.
Oh,
Um,
I didn't know that.
I'll post that in the
Yes. I
Yeah.
need
chitty chat there.
Yeah, we need to need to talk to her about a few things. Just see how she is.
Yeah. Oh, she's working on a
Um,
bass guitar right now. Cool.
yeah. So
Purple Nuggets comics
yeah, she's
because
like drawing
Canada.
like she's drawing comics and shit.
Huh. Comics. That sounds good.
That's
How come
cool.
she don't have 400 people watching her and want to whatever? Twitch, everyone. We do have one topic on Thought Topic, but I feel like it's been done to death.
Well, let's hear it.
You really want to hear it?
Is it the one? Can I guess what it is? Is it the one
Yeah,
about using voice chat in games?
yeah. It's that. Also, I just want to say, I just want to give the update. There's an
Okay.
update on that. She's fired.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Yeah, she's fired. Like, not even kind of fired. Like, fired.
Good. That's good.
No, I mean they fired not from her, not from that position. I'm talking from the ambassadorship. Just hi, go.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It almost makes you wonder if they set her up.
I think she set herself up, but
Yeah. That's all
uh,
I want to put in there. And then Pokemon's feuding with It's a Gundam, and that's hilarious. And that's
great.
it.
Twitch.tv/Gameoverse. Uh, Twitch.tv/Purple Nugget Comics with a K.
And we don't eat grass.
Oh, jeez.
Nope, no grass.
Video games, man. Fucking video games.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys have a fun time. I got cake to eat.
Mm-hmm. I got dinner to cook.
Enjoy your disgusting cake.
It's very good, and it's made out of Cool Whip.
Gross. Even worse.
I
Even
will be
worse,
back
man.
in a tiny bit to play either Fortnite or The Crossings.
I am gonna go cook dinner. I might hop on some Monster Hunter later tonight. We'll see what happens though.
Ooh, Monster Hunty.
I love me some Monster Hunter. That's my cat. Hi,
Your
cat.
cat's very excited for some Monster Hunter. Cat's like, I'm all for this monster and hunting.
I got dude, if you get Streets of Rage, man, I'll play that with you in fucking Rage.
Oh yeah, cool. I
Yeah.
might pick it up then. You said it's on Game Pass, right?
Yeah, go get it on Game Pass. I'm having a huge problem with connections with that game. Trying
I
to play
might,
with FSD and it's just a nightmare.
I
It's
might
it could
Game Pass then just to pick up.
I mean, we can play 3-player craziness with that game.
you
Oh
can do
yeah.
that?
Yeah, you can do that. There's a way of doing that.
Okay, yeah, we should do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited. This will be dope. Yeah, I'll check it
Alright.
out later. I'll let you guys know when I check out Game Pass and download Streets of Rage.
Right.
All right.
All right. This has been fun. You guys have an excellent rest of your night. And the immortal words of George Carlin, don't sweat the petty things and don't pet the sweaty things.
Well, that's what DSP is. He's all the petty.
All the petty
Yeah.
and all the sweaty.
Yeah.
I never try to, the petty stuff. I'm getting too old for that petty shit. I mean, Karen got into a fight at Red Lobster, and it's like, we just gotta.
Just don't be a Karen.
Yeah.
No,
Don't be a Karen.
I understand it's It's Mother's Day. Everyone has nothing else to do. It's like just chill out. You'll get your Cheddar Bay biscuits, just not today.
All right.
Not
You guys have a
today.
good night. You stay
Thanks.
safe. All right.
Every day. All right.